Live from David Allen Memorial Ballpark in downtown Enid, Oklahoma, the NJCAA Division II World Series continues with Day 3 coverage. And up next is a loser's bracket game between the Lackawanna College Falcons at 47-11 as they face the Catawba Valley Community College Buccaneers at 37-16. It's a scorching hot afternoon in northwest Oklahoma, but happy Memorial Day and glad to have you with us for this elimination contest. Temperatures reaching into the 90s, and for the first time during this tournament, we have hardly a breath of wind, and that really changes the way the ballpark plays. A pair of teams this afternoon that are making their very first appearances here at the World Series, and one of their trips will continue on to a fourth day while the other will come to an end after a 1-2 World Series. For Catawba Valley, they lost a heartbreaker to Heartland on Saturday 5-4, but bounced back last night and beat the Community College of Rhode Island 11-5 and used an 8-run seventh inning to do so. On the other side for Lackawanna, they lost to Scottsdale also in a heartbreaker 6-5 in 10 innings, but bounced back last night to beat Grand Rapids 12-4 in 7 innings. So both of these teams, you could tell maybe in that first game, the lack of experience at the World Series played a small part, and they lost to a couple of teams that did have more experience as far as World Series play goes. But they both bounced back last night, picked up very convincing, impressive victories, and now will have a chance to move on into play later in the tournament. It's Lackawanna and the Community College, or pardon me, Catawba Valley Community College from Hickory, North Carolina on the way. We have Day 3 coverage on this gorgeous Memorial Day in northwest Oklahoma. Coming up, we'll go over your starting lineups and the first pitch, as this is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods. That was a nice screw-up. Thanks for doing that, Tom. That's my grandpa. Both teams being introduced as Catawba Valley will take on Lackawanna in this elimination contest on day number 3 of the NJCAA Division II World Series. In action earlier today in a winner's bracket game, Western Oklahoma State knocked off Scottsdale, Arizona, holding on in the 9th inning to win 8-5. Still to come later on tonight is Heartland and Madison also in the winner's bracket. The winner of this contest will move on and have to play again tomorrow afternoon at 3:30 against the loser of tonight's game between Heartland and Madison. So there's a chance that if it's Catawba Valley and it's Heartland that loses, we could have a rematch. But don't see a lot of rematches until late in the tournament. But these two teams making their first ever World Series appearances, trying to keep their tradition going and have a nice tournament here and move on. It's a gorgeous afternoon. A little bit hot here in northwest Oklahoma, but we're used to it on this Memorial Day. Temperatures will start our game in the lower 90s, and we could see the middle 90s as the afternoon goes along. Really, for the first time in the tournament, we have hardly any wind or a wind out of the north. And for fans that are not familiar with David Allen Memorial Ballpark, a north wind means out to right field. Well, this ballpark is only 300 feet down the right field line to begin with, and so a north wind drastically changes the way the ballpark plays. We've had a strong southerly wind over the first 2 days of game action. It's Catawba Valley and Lackawanna coming up in the elimination game, elimination bracket of the NJCAA D2 World Series. On the way next, we'll have your starting lineups and the first pitch when our coverage of the World Series continues, presented by Advanced Pierre Foods. Two head coaches meeting at home plate for our respective clubs, Catawba Valley and Lackawanna. Catawba Valley will be the visiting team on the scoreboard for our elimination contest. Lackawanna will hit the field momentarily. If you want to get a hold of us and contact us here at CTV Sports during our broadcast, a number of ways to do that. If you're a Twitter fan, go to @CTV Sports if you want to message us directly. You can also use the hashtag D2, that's D, the number 2, series, D2 series, or visit our Facebook page, facebook.com/CTV Sports. Lackawanna out of Scranton, Pennsylvania, gathering on the third base line. They are just nearly set to take the field for game action. So time now to meet the starting lineup for Catawba Valley out of Hickory, North Carolina. Frank Pate and his Buccaneers will lead off their shortstop, Danny Fraga. Batting second is the catcher, Rob Cafaro. Hitting third at first base, Brett Huffman. The cleanup hitter is right fielder, Zach Wiggs. Batting fifth, the DH, Blake Myers. Hitting sixth at second base, Corey Klein. The seventh place hitter is the center fielder, A.J. Rizzo. Batting eighth in left field, Caleb Leatherwood. And hitting ninth at third base, Carson Plyler. On the mound for Catawba Valley will be Corey Parks. That lineup again for the Buccaneers, Fraga, Cafaro, Huffman, Wiggs, Myers, Klein, Rizzo, Leatherwood, and Plyler. And on the mound is Corey Parks. Corey Parks, a sophomore from Cherryville, North Carolina, 6'1", 200 pounds. The defense for Lackawanna in left field, Matt Fry. Mike Accardi will play in center with Levance Anderson in right. Frank Elvin Reyes plays at third base. Tom Creamy is the shortstop. Josh Savakinis will be at second base, and Chris Moles around at first. Josh White will do the catching for Adam Davis. Davis, a right-hander, 5'11", 180 pounds, and a sophomore from Drums, Pennsylvania. He'll go against the best hitting team in the country, at least average-wise. Catawba Valley leads all of junior college Division II baseball with a .365 batting average, and thus far they have shown at times the propensity to be a high-scoring ball club. In fact, that eighth-run seventh inning against the Community College of Rhode Island pushed them to the 11-5 victory yesterday afternoon. Some of the numbers on Adam Davis this year. He's pitching in his 13th game. He has a record of 6-1 with 1 save and a 2.17 ERA. 54 innings pitched, 17 runs, 13 earned, 41 hits he has allowed. He has struck out 49 and walked 14. You have one of the best hitting teams in the country against one of the best pitching teams in the country, as Lackawanna sports a collective 2.25 ERA. It is Memorial Day, and we do not want to forget that as we go along playing our baseball. Thanks to all you men and women that have or are currently serving us in the military, and the ultimate sacrifice paid by so many to make us and keep us free, and allowing us to broadcast a game and allowing these young men to play on Memorial Day. That's why this is the best country in the world, is because of those men and women we like to think about and remember on this Memorial Day. The ball being tossed around the infield. Danny Fraga will step into the batter's box, and we are nearly set for action here on Day 3 of the Division II NJCAA World Series. Fraga having a nice World Series so far. He's a left-handed hitter and a spark plug for this offense. So far, 3 out of 9 for Fraga, with 4 driven in. He's ready, so is Davis, and the first pitch of the afternoon is low for a ball, and we are underway. 3:53 our game time. About 23 minutes past the scheduled start time. The 1-0 pitch. A check swing on a fastball, too tall, and Fraga ahead 2-0. Talked about the wind already. Very light today, which drastically changes the way this ballpark plays. The 2-0 pitch. That's on the outside corner, a called strike. Game number 1, Fraga had a couple of big hits against Heartland that at the time put them in front. Now the 2-1. Grounded over the mound, up the middle. Creamy to his left, comes up with it, fires off his back foot and makes the play, beating Fraga by a half a step. Tom Creamy takes care of his counterpart. Leadoff man retired. It's a 91-degree afternoon and not a cloud in the sky. Absolutely wonderful. Just a little bit hot, but that's what you expect this time of year in Northwest Oklahoma. So with 1 out, here's Rob Cafaro, the catcher. Cafaro is a right-handed hitter and a sophomore from Bethpage, New York. Davis's delivery. Grounded to the shortstop again. Much easier play, more routine for Creamy. And he throws out Cafaro. 2 ground balls to the Lackawanna shortstop, and he's taken care of the first 2 hitters from Catawba Valley. Lackawanna very smart, in my opinion, with their uniform choice today. They wear their white pants and gray uniform tops, trimmed in the navy blue, white caps. Catawba Valley, they're a little bit more bold, black uniform tops and gray pants. The hitter is Brett Huffman, and Huffman takes a curveball right down the middle for a called strike. So far for Huffman, he has a couple of hits and 8 at-bats, but the big one was the grand slam in yesterday's victory. And he swings and fouls it back up and over. That grand slam that helped beat the Community College of Rhode Island punctuated the 8-run 7th inning, as Catawba Valley at the time trailed 5-3. Good come from behind win. Huffman down, 0-2, as Davis delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Pulled the string on a changeup, and a quick 1-2-3 inning for Lackawanna's right-hander. Nothing across for Catawba Valley. We head to the bottom of the first as Lackawanna bats with no score. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
Let me tell you about my college, Lackawanna College.
A 2-year, highly respected college that can prepare you for a career or to move on to a 4-year program.
5 regional locations, over 30-degree programs, and more.
I'm a future paramedic who found my future at Lackawanna College. Call or visit today and we'll help you find your future.
The thrill of victory on the baseball field is a direct result of the hours of practice in the batting cage and the bullpen. Bottom line, it takes hard work when nobody's watching to join your team on the big stage as you compete for a World Series title. Advanced Pierre Food Company believes in supporting all Enid sports programs and local events, and they are proud to sponsor the NJCAA World Series. Advanced Pierre Food would like to wish the players, coaches, and fans good luck in the JUCO World Series. Let's play ball from Advanced Pierre Food Company.
Lackawanna bats in the bottom of the first inning after Adam Davis threw a 1-2-3 perfect top half. Let's set the Falcon lineup from Scranton, Pennsylvania. They will lead off the first baseman Chris Moles. Hitting second in center field, Mike Accardi. Batting third, the right fielder, Levance Anderson. Matt Fry does the cleanup hitting in left field. Batting fifth, the catcher Josh White. Hitting sixth, the shortstop Tom Creamy. Batting seventh, the second baseman Josh Savakinas. Hitting eighth, the DH Cameron Johnson. And batting ninth at third base, Frank Elvin Reyes. The defense for Catawba Valley in left field, Caleb Leatherwood. A.J. Rizzo is in center with Zach Wiggs in right. Carson Plyler plays at third with Danny Fraga at short, Corey Klein, the second baseman, and Brett Huffman around at first. Rob Cafaro will catch for Corey Parks. Parks, a sophomore from Cherryville, North Carolina, 6'1", 200 pounds. So Moles will step in from the right side. The Lackawanna team batting .312 collectively this season. They've scored a combined 17 runs in 2 games. As Moles swinging away, fouls the first pitch off the facing of the Lackawanna dugout to our left. So far in the World Series, Moles has 2 hits and 6 at-bats. Single, a double, 4 runs scored, so he is setting the table. He's been hit by 2 pitches and drawn a walk, so doing what a leadoff man is supposed to do, that's get on base. Third baseman Plyler playing in even with the bag and the 0-1 offering. Low and away. 86 on the radar gun. Had a huge crowd for our first game between Western and Scottsdale. It's thinned out some. As a fly ball hit to center field off the bat of Moles, A.J. Rizzo backs up a couple of steps and puts it away. Leadoff man gone. It's a big ballpark, David Allen Memorial Ballpark. 390 feet to straightaway center with a double-deck batter's eye fence. 328 down the left field line and 300 down the right field line. Normally, I would say that's tough to reach, but not today. The wind is hardly blowing, and when it does, it's out of the north. And that means 300 feet comes well into play as Mike Accardi, a left-hander, may take shot at that right field wall. But first, he takes a strike over the outside corner from Parks. Accardi likes to crowd the plate, his back foot near the back chalk line. And on 0-1, he swings and grounds one to the first baseman. Brett Huffman will take it to the bag, 3 unassisted, 2 down. I guarantee you both head coaches like what they've seen from their starting pitchers so far, being aggressive in the strike zone, getting ahead of hitters, and having the ball be put in play. It's amazing what you can do when you avoid the walks and the hit batters and let your defense work for you. So with 2 outs, here's Levance Anderson, the right fielder. Anderson from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Most of the folks on the Lackawanna roster are from Pennsylvania. Looks like only 3 are not, and Anderson is one. The first pitch to him is inside. He scoots the hips back out of the way. Anderson from Bowling Green, so is Cameron Johnson. And the other non-Pennsylvanian is Fred Campbell. He's from North Canton, Ohio. Fastball low and outside, 2-0, as Parks falls behind for the first time. Huffman, the first baseman, Plyler at third, playing midway between the infield and outfield grass lines as a strike is down the middle. If Anderson can reach, Matt Fry swings in the on-deck circle. Day 3 of the World Series. One of these teams will move on, one will not. Good changeup down the center of the plate for a strike. Anderson was ahead 2-0, now it's 2-2. Parks, a big right-hander, stands dead center on top of that rubber. Out of the full windup, his 2-2 pitch. Ripped foul, wide of third. Anderson out in front of an off-speed delivery. Still one more game coming your way later on tonight. We're back to the winner's bracket between Heartland and Madison. The winner of that game will get another day off. That's a big contest. If you want to be in one spot or 2 spots on this bracket, you want to be in that first or second game. It sets up a lot nicer for you up there if you start winning right off the bat. Now, if you don't, it's a long haul back, but if you win, you're in great shape. The 2-2. That's low for a ball. It runs the count full. You could say that pretty much about any spot on the bracket, but where Lackawanna, Scottsdale, Western Oklahoma State, and Grand Rapids started, it's a much tougher trek to the championship, in my opinion. The 3-2 pitch. Ground ball right side. First baseman dives, but can't get it. It's a base hit for Anderson as he shoots it the other way past the diving Brett Huffman. First hit of the game for either team, and the first base runner is Levance Anderson. And it does get Matt Fry to the plate. This Lackawanna team has scored 17 runs, hitting .292 in 2 World Series games. So Fry, the cleanup man, with his first chance. He is 3 for 8 in the World Series. All 3 of his hits are singles, but he does have 3 RBIs. They play him pretty much straight up infield outfield as a move goes to first, and Anderson dives back in safely. Levance Anderson is a threat to steal. He is 23 of 24 this season. Has a short lead, not running, and Fry takes a breaking ball a bit high. Thermometer in right center field reads 98 degrees, but it runs hot, so don't let it fool you. That's a mind game, I guess it's playing with everybody. Game time temperature was 91 at the start of play. Still a hot day, but not quite 98. Don't worry. In about mid-July, it'll be 98 or even hotter here. Let's don't rush it. The 1-0 pitch. Fry takes it low. Now Parks just missed on the top part of the strike zone, then he just missed on the bottom part of the strike zone. He fell behind Anderson and wound up giving up a single. He's 2-0 on Matt Fry. Fry holds his hands high in the air next to his right ear flap. The runner goes. The pitch was high. The throw to second base. A beautiful one. He got him. Rob Cafaro with an absolute P to second base, and the tag applied by Klein to end the inning. A hit, but nobody left on base. We go to inning number 2. Lackawanna and Catawba Valley are scoreless. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
Knock it out of the park. with a World Series education from Catawba Valley Community College in Hickory, North Carolina. Our student athletes are champions in the classroom and on the field, and you can join our winning team this fall. Apply now, online at cvcc.edu. Congratulations, Conference, Region, and District Champs, CVCC Buccaneers. CVCC, the best community college in America.
To book your Enid getaway, go to visitenid.org or call 877-999-ENID.
We go to the second inning as both of our starting pitchers, not quite traditional 1-2-3s. Adam Davis's was, but his counterpart, Cody Parks, had the help from the catcher, Rob Cafaro, to gun down an attempted stealer, and Levance Anderson caught for just the second time this year. So middle third will be due up for both teams. For Catawba Valley, Zach Wiggs leads it off. Blake Myers and Corey Klein to follow. Davis induced a couple of ground balls and picked up a strikeout in the first inning. He misses high and tight with an 83-mile-per-hour fastball. Davis came in at 6-1 this year. Wiggs, a right-handed hitter, and on 1-0, he takes a strike knee-high. Center fielder Accardi playing a couple of steps to right center, leaving a large gap to the left center field alley. 1-1 pitch. A curveball low. Zach Wiggs from Charlotte, North Carolina, 6'3", 225 pounds, and a freshman. And the 2-1 pitch. Hit high in the air, foul over the right side. You kiddos try to go chase that foul ball down. They'll have to go outside of the ballpark to do it. Both Catawba Valley and Lackawanna in their first ever World Series appearances. And they're playing each other in an elimination game. 2-2. Grounded over the pitcher's head, out towards second base. Creamy dives, has it. He throws to first, but not nearly in time, as Wiggs beats out an infield single. First base hit and first base runner for the Buccaneers. Pretty nice play by Tom Creamy. That ball was chopped very slowly, and once it was over the mound, he almost knew that Wiggs would have himself a hit. Good start to the inning for the Buccaneers as it brings in Blake Myers, the designated hitter. Myers from Bostic, North Carolina, 5'9", 175. Davis delivers. A swing and a foul ball straight back into the screen. Looking through the roster for Catawba Valley, you see mostly North Carolinas. Cafaros from Bethpage, New York. Everyone else from North Carolina. Only one player not from that state. And that's true for the most part for almost every team here, except for Western Oklahoma State. The 0-1. Foul back again. Those guys go to as many countries as they can in the Caribbean to bring their players in, and so far it's working. They're the defending national champions and 2-0 in their trip in 2010 to the World Series. They just knocked off Scottsdale, Arizona 8-5 in our first game. They'll play DMAC tomorrow night. The 0-2 pitch. Upstairs for a ball. Thus far in the tournament for Myers, he has 2 hits and 9 at-bats, couple of RBIs and a run scored. Leadoff man on, Wiggs over at first. And on 1-2, Myers swings and strikes out on a slider in the opposite batter's box. He chased the zone, and he strike out victim number 2 for Adam Davis. That was a devastating slider that wound up in the left-handed batter's box, blocked nicely by White, the catcher. 1 away, Wiggs still at first for Corey Klein, the second baseman. Klein has just 1 hit during the World Series. He's 1 for 9. Trying to get going. Right-handed batter against the righty Davis, as Davis delivers. Swing and a miss through back-to-back sliders. Very similar pitch to the one that Myers struck out on. Klein from Shelby, North Carolina. Shelby's got a great prep ballpark that they've played many an American Legion World Series at. The 0-1. In the dirt, blocked by the catcher White. In fact, there was an Enid American Legion team back in 2009, I believe, that was just one victory away from going to Shelby, North Carolina for the World Series. Lost to Texarkana, Texas. Davis comes set, checks on the runner who has a small lead in the pitch. That's over but low, just down below the knees. No score, top of the second inning. Both teams have a hit. One out and a 2-1 count on Corey Klein. The pitch to him. Hit high in the air to shallow left. Matt Fry comes running on. He's got a bead and makes the catch. He'll have to guard his eyes against the sun as he looks back toward it in that high sky. 2 down, and Wigg still at first. That brings A.J. Rizzo to the plate. Rizzo, the center fielder, also a right-handed hitter. He's from Asheville, North Carolina, and a 5'8" sophomore. With 2 outs, Frank Elvin Reyes plays back at third. First baseman Moles holds the runner on as the move does go to first, and Wiggs, who had a very small lead, back in easily. The American flag, the 2 Oklahoma flags lying limp in the outfield as the pitch comes. Fouled off over the right side. Change your plan of attack if you're these offensive clubs. We've seen a few home runs throughout the tournament. The games that I've done, I haven't seen any to right field yet. I'm not sure we've had any to right field. That's because the wind's been blowing hard in from right. There's a strike at the knees. The outside corner of the plate, Rizzo down 0-2. When it's blowing in like it was, 30, 35 miles per hour, there's hardly any chance. You've got to really hit it almost exactly down the line and with a lot of authority. Now it'll play true to right. Runner at first, 0-2 count. The pitch to Rizzo. Swing and a foul ball. Back into the screen, just staying alive. If Rizzo could reach, Leatherwood waits next. It's amazing the similarities between the 2 games that each of these teams has played. Both lost a 1-run game that was decided very late in their opener, and both came back to have decided victories yesterday. Get those first game jitters out of the way, and they both play pretty good teams. Don't get me wrong, when you get to the World Series, everyone you face is formidable. They deserve to be here. Another 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on a changeup. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Davis, 3 for the game, and the leadoff infield hit goes by the wayside. We go to the bottom of the second inning with Catawba Valley and Lackawanna scoreless. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
My future is in natural gas technology.
My future is in teaching.
I'm a future business leader.
My future is in computers and IT security.
My future is in diagnostic sonography.
My future is in human services, but there are a lot of majors to choose from.
Lackawanna College offers over 30 degree programs at 5 locations.
Lackawanna College helped define our futures. Call or visit today and find your future at Lackawanna College.
It's Northcutt's Memorial Day sale. Get great rebates, Memorial Day bonus cash, liquidation discounts, and 0% for up to 72 months. New 2012 Chevy Silverado 1500 extended cab, only $26,749. Or a 1500 Crew, just $24,897. 2012 Chevy Sonic, just $15,499. Get pre-approved online at northcuttauto.com or call toll-free to lock in your best deal. Northcutt Chevrolet Buick Enid, your shortcut to a great deal.
We go to the bottom of the second inning. Catawba Valley and Lackawanna are scoreless. Falcons picked up a 2-out base hit, but Levance Anderson was erased, caught stealing. So Matt Fry back at the plate. Josh White and Tom Creamy will follow. Fry, not spelled like you would expect, F-R-E-I. Corey Parks delivers a fastball in the dirt, scooped out by Cafaro. corners are playing back. Middle infield deep as well. Klein onto the outfield grass. As Fry takes low and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Few young kids out on the AstroTurf practice facility, infield facility beyond the right field wall, having their own game. As a foul ball hit off the front foot of Fry. 2-1. Parks allowed that 2-out base hit, but got a fly out and a ground out. Both pitchers have been in command throughout the first inning and a half. Lot of room to left center field for Fry, and on 2-1, he takes in the dirt. Fry trying to be a good leadoff as he wears a protective shin guard down around his left ankle. Take from those foul balls. And on 3-1, he takes a strike in at the knees. Good pitcher's pitch by Cody Parks. Matt Fry this year, a .286 hitter. Has a couple of home runs. Driven home 25. Not your typical cleanup hitter type numbers. And the full count pitch. A swing and a base hit to left field. Fry drills it between the shortstop and third baseman, and a leadoff single for Lackawanna. So Fry is aboard for Josh White. Now Parks fell behind in the count, wound up getting it full, but still had to come with a much too hittable pitch. So here is Josh White, the catcher. White on the season, a .293 hitter. He also has a couple of home runs and 29 RBIs. Lackawanna, not one of the best hitting teams in this tournament. .312 is their team batting average, but their ERA collectively makes up for it. .225. Their strength is their pitching. The pitch to White. That's taken high on a changeup for ball 1. Josh White in this tournament has 10 at-bats and 3 hits, batting .300 for the World Series. And he hits a high fly. It's hit well to center. Rizzo going back, but has a bead, and he pulls up well in front of the warning track to make the catch. White just got underneath that one and flies out to center field. 1 away as Fry retreats to first. Now to bring in Tom Creamy. He was out at lunch earlier this afternoon and ran into Tom Creamy's family. Saw some folks with Lackawanna t-shirts on. Just went by to say hi and asked them if they were enjoying their stay, and they said, oh yeah. Happened to be Tom's folks. They made the 23-hour drive from Pennsylvania to be here. Creamy, a left-handed hitter. Park steps off, looks over his shoulder, but does not throw to first base. Tom is out of Nazareth, Pennsylvania. A sophomore, 5'11", 185. The runner goes, and Creamy grounds it foul on the hit and run. Lackawanna trying to get something going. Force the issue a bit. The old hit and run play. Good pitch by Parks. It wasn't conducive for the hit and run. Low and inside. All Creamy could do was pull it wide of first base. Matt Fry is a bit of a threat to steal. He's 8 for 8 this year in stolen bases. So when he goes, he's successful. Now the 0-1. Creamy takes it low and outside. Josh Savakinas waits in the on-deck circle. No score, bottom of the second. Lackawanna has out-hit Catawba Valley 2-1. We've played an errorless game thus far. The third baseman, Plyler, playing in front of the bag. Guards against the bunt. The 1-1 pitch. Creamy takes it low. Creamy is C-R-I-M-I. Getting a lead over at first base is Fry as they swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A lot of hitting room down the left field line. As Creamy bats from the left side, they want to give up that line. They play him to pull. Infield and outfield. Leadoff base hit by Fry. He takes his lead. He's not going, and on 2-2, Creamy takes a ball just high and outside. Parks came with the changeup, barely missed the zone. On 3-2, will Lackawanna start the runner? Parks is set. He does not go, and Creamy swings and strikes out. Great changeup. A lot of conviction there by Parks on the 3-2 pitch. Takes a lot of guts to throw a 3-2 changeup, and he had Creamy well out in front for the strikeout. 2 down in the inning. Parks his first K, and it brings in Josh Savakinas. Savakinas is a right-handed hitter, a freshman from Yatesville, Pennsylvania. Young man that just celebrated his birthday not that long ago, in fact on Wednesday. He was pumped to get here. A little early birthday present for him. As he takes a fastball on the inside corner at the knees, called strike. So far for Savakinas, he played in just 1 game. Had a couple of at-bats, did not have a hit. Was hit by a pitch, playing in just his 2nd contest. He split time with Carson Baker, the 0-1. That's low. Got to give both of these teams a lot of credit for the way they bounced back yesterday. It can be difficult when you lose games the way they both did. 1-run games. Catawba Valley lost theirs in the 7th or 8th inning. The 10th inning for Lackawanna. They had the lead, in fact, I believe, going to the 9th. As a pitch is high and tight, and a 2-1 count on Savakinas. A lot of hitting room to right center field, and play this right-hander to pull. And time is called. A hot afternoon in northwest Oklahoma. Lower 90s, just a bit of a breeze. Clear blue skies with a lot of sunshine. Runner at first, 2 outs, and the pitch. That's low. If Savakinas can reach, Cameron Johnson waits in the on-deck circle. Catawba Valley had a leadoff single in their half of the 2nd inning, failed to even advance him. Lackawanna threatening to have the same thing happen. Here's Parks' pitch. Ball 4, and 2 men are aboard with 2 outs. That's the first walk allowed by Corey Parks to go along with his 1 strikeout, and it does get Johnson to the plate. Cameron Johnson, a .328 hitter, dangerous hitter. Only played 37 games during the regular season and postseason prior to the World Series. 3 home runs, and he drove in 14. 2 teammates aboard, and Johnson leans out of the way of a high and tight pitch, a changeup from Corey Parks. Time called. The head coach at Catawba Valley, Frank Pate, will go out and visit. That'll give us a chance to tell you that after the game and after each and every game of the World Series, we'll name our Wings to Go players of the game. Wings to Go at the corner of Cleveland and Garriott in Enid. They, of course, have their Simply Great wings, but they've got plenty of other wonderful menu items, burgers, salads, wraps, and a whole lot more. Stop by and tell them you're here for the World Series. See Brian Hacker and the crew at Wings to Go, sponsor of our players of the game. No score between Catawba Valley and Lackawanna. We're in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Lackawanna threatening with 1st and 2nd and 2 outs. A 1-0 count on Cameron Johnson. He's the 8th place hitter. Lackawanna had to go through the Community College of Baltimore County, Catonsville, to advance to the World Series. CCBC Catonsville. Parks is now ready, and the 1-0 pitch to Johnson, taken for a strike. On the other side for Catawba Valley, they absolutely drilled Brunswick, North Carolina, 10-1 in their championship game. Falcons trying to break on top in the 2nd inning. 1-1 count on Johnson. And Parks steps off. These hot days like this, you have to minimize your pitch count if you're a pitcher. Minimize the time you're out there. The 1-1 offering. Swing and a miss. Had him out in front. These Lackawanna hitters have had a tough time with Parks' changeup. That's been his money pitch so far. Struck out Creamy on it. Got a Carty to ground to first base on that changeup as he was out in front. The 1-2 offering. Ground ball foul. Past the bag at first. Johnson protecting the plate, sprays it the other way. Most of the crowd that is here is sitting either in the upper deck or on the first base side where the shade covers the entire chairback seating area. That's the only place to be, in my opinion. The 1-2 pitch. Grounded foul on the third base side. Johnson pulls this one. There are some brave souls that need to get some sunshine or want to get some sunshine or don't mind the heat sitting over on the third base side. But it is a hot one in northwest Oklahoma. The winner of this game will advance and play again tomorrow against the loser of our night game. That'd be a 3:30 contest tomorrow afternoon. Parks comes ready, and the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him on a ball in the dirt. Catcher Cafaro has it, throws to first to make it official, and the inning is over. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Parks. He works around the hit and the walk as Lackawanna strands its first 2 runners. We're off to inning number 3 with no score. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
Hey Monique, wait up!
Manny, good to see you.
Wow, great outfit.
I got it on Park Avenue.
Park Avenue? You're a classy lady, Monique, but can you afford to shop on Park Avenue?
You can if it's Park Avenue in Enid, Oklahoma. I got this outfit for only $5 at Park Avenue Thrift.
Park Avenue Thrift? What's that?
It's a thrift store in the 500 block of South Grand, right on Park Avenue. They have anything you could want, even outfits like this one at ridiculously low prices.
Is it exclusive? Can you get me in, Monique?
Of course, anyone can shop there. That's why they call it Enid's own community thrift store. And the best part is that 100% of the profit is given back to the community. Would you like to go with me? It's just up the street.
I'm no dummy. Let's go.
Glad to have you with us at the NJCAA Division II World Series. Lewis Foster is our producer-engineer on the radio side in our Enid studios. Mike Nelson and Tom Nelson running the CTV Sports TV, NJCAA TV. And my name is Matt Howell. No score between Catawba Valley and Lackawanna. Going to the top of the third as Caleb Leatherwood leads it off for the Buccaneers. The 9th place hitter, Plyler, will follow, then back to the top of the order, and Danny Fraga. Adam Davis has pitched well through 2 innings and starts out Leatherwood with a strike at the belt. Caleb Leatherwood playing in left field. He's from Clyde, North Carolina, and a freshman. The 0-1, low and away. Leatherwood has played both games in the World Series, having a nice tournament. He's 3 for 6 with 3 runs scored. No RBIs, but he's been a table setter. And he lines one off the pitcher's head. The ball kicks high into the air to third, and Frank Elvin Reyes will catch it for an out. Oh my goodness. Adam Davis was just hit by that line drive, and whether or not he deflected it, I don't know. But that is the scariest thing that you will ever see in this game. He is bent over at the waist, both hands on both of his knees. My goodness. Wow, an absolute bullet by Leatherwood that hit Davis in the side of the head. Training staff, coaching staff, his teammates are all gathered around. He actually appears to be okay. He gives a fist bump to his third baseman, takes a sip of water. And the trainer from Lackawanna gave him a little bit of a finger eye test. And I think he might be okay. My goodness. Number one, just the sheer force of that baseball to take in the side of the head. And then for Lackawanna, really, if he's okay, you think about the fact that you get an out off of it. That ball caromed high into the air, and Frank Elvin Reyes caught it over at third base. And Davis is going to stay in the game. You wonder if he deflected it at all with his glove, with his bare hand, if it maybe hit him up above the cap. But Adam Davis, this is his time to shine, and he's going to tough it out and stay in the game. They may give him a few warm-up tosses just to make sure that he's all right. Unbelievable. That's such a scary sight. And Leatherwood just tattooed that baseball hit the left side of Adam Davis's head and caromed high into the air for an out. Davis now taking some warm-up tosses just to make sure that he still is all there. You worry about concussion, number one, or even worse. But the first 2 pitches he has thrown appear to be all right. He tells the home plate umpire, I'm okay. He tells his teammates, I'm okay. He'll have a headache, and there's no doubt about that. But Adam Davis is going to stay in the contest and pitch for Lackawanna. Wow, that was scary. One of the scariest things I've ever seen watching a ball game. So now we're ready to get back to action. So Leatherwood is gone. Here is Plyler. And Carson Plyler takes a strike. That's a 1-5 pop-up. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Well, Davis has thrown 2 beauties. Plyler, the 9th place hitter and 3rd baseman. Davis works on the dead center of the rubber. Out of the full windup, kicks and comes home. And he hit him. A fastball that's inside goes off the left arm of Plyler. Davis wants that one back. He was ahead in the count, 0-2, and winds up hitting the 9th man in the order for Catawba Valley. That'll flip the lineup back over for Danny Fraga, Catawba Valley's leadoff hitter. Young man that is their big offensive catalyst. Certainly was in the loss to Heartland on Saturday morning, that 9 a.m. game. Runner on, a man out. And Fraga checks his swing, grounds 1 to 3rd. Reyes has it, goes to 2nd, out, back to 1st, safe. An excuse-me swing by Danny Fraga. He bounces into a fielder's choice. Plyler is out, 5-4. And there are 2 men down for Rob Cafaro. Got to give Adam Davis a heck of a lot of credit. Staying in the game after that line shot. And he's thrown well since. The runner goes. The pitch, a strike, and the catcher, Josh White, will not have a play. He bobbled the ball trying to make the exchange. And a stolen base for Danny Fraga. That puts the go-ahead run in scoring position. Can Cafaro come through? He drove in the first run of the World Series on Saturday. The pitch to him. Taken high for a ball. Cafaro in the World Series has 3 hits and 8 at-bats. A couple of singles, a double, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. With an open stance from the right side, Davis delivers and fires a strike in at the knees. Rob Cafaro knows all about having your cage rattled. He was catching in that game on Saturday and had at least 3 foul balls hit right back into his face mask. Trainer had to come look at him for a moment after one of them. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Davis strikes him out on a hard slider that winds up low in the strike zone. So after taking that bullet off the side of the head, Davis gets the Buccaneers in the top of the 3rd. No runs, no hits, and a man left would go to the home half with no score. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
The thrill of victory on the baseball field is a direct result of the hours of practice in the batting cage and the bullpen. Bottom line, it takes hard work when nobody's watching to join your team on the big stage as you compete for a World Series title. Advanced Pierre Food Company believes in supporting all Enid sports programs and local events, and they are proud to sponsor the NJCAA World Series. Advanced Pierre Food would like to wish the players, coaches, and fans good luck in the JUCO World Series. Let's play ball from Advanced Pierre Food Company.
My future is in natural gas technology.
My future is in teaching.
I'm a future business leader.
My future is in computers and IT security.
My future is in diagnostic sonography.
My future is in human services, but there are a lot of majors to choose from.
Lackawanna College offers over 30 degree programs at 5 locations.
Lackawanna College helped define our futures. Call or visit today and find your future at Lackawanna College.
Bottom of the third inning, Catawba Valley and Lackawanna are scoreless. You want to contact us here at the World Series? There are several ways to do that. If you're a fan of Twitter, use the hashtag D2Series. That's D, the number 2, Series, D2 Series. Or you can find us directly at CTB Sports or go by our Facebook page, facebook.com/CTB Sports. Way to contact us here at the NJCAA Division II World Series. Lackawanna will send Frank Elvin Reyes to the plate. He's the 9th place hitter against Corey Parks. We're scoreless in the bottom of 3 as Parks delivers. And Reyes, a swing and a miss. Big breaking pitch over the top of. Reyes in the World Series is 0 for 8. Still searching for that elusive first base hit. Does have a RBI and a run scored. They give him all of right center field. Reyes takes low and in. Parks allowed a base hit in each of the first 2 innings. He struck out 2, walked 1. Lackawanna had the best threat in the bottom of the second with first and second and 2 outs, but failed to score. Reyes swings and misses over the top of another off-speed delivery. Corey Parks has been dynamite with that changeup. Changeup taking something off his fastball. These Falcon hitters have been well out in front. Their timing's all messed up as Parks will step off. Gray pants and the black tops for Catawba Valley. Lackawanna, white pants, gray tops. The 1-2. Low. Still one game coming your way tonight. Madison, Wisconsin, and Heartland, Illinois. That's a winner's bracket game. The scheduled first pitch is 7. It may be a bit later. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Oh, maybe a foul ball. Reyes just stayed alive. Just stayed alive. Catcher Cafaro couldn't hang on to it. Pardon me. Reyes ever so lightly got a piece of that ball. So he stays alive. He's in there. Another 2-2 pitch. That time he swings and strikes out. Another curveball by Parks. Reyes down on strikes. He's 0 of 9 in the World Series. 3 Ks now for Corey Parks. He's starting to hit his stride. Lineup turns back over for Lackawanna to Chris Moles, their first baseman. Moles has 2 hits and 7 at-bats. He flew out to center field his first time up today and takes a strike right down the middle. 75th year of the NJCAA, 1938 to 2013. It's coming up next year as we start the fall. The pitch low. 1-1 count on Moles. The 75th season, though, this year. Glad to be here in Enid for the World Series. The 1-1. Chopped foul wide of third. Over toward the Lackawanna dugout. Good play by one of the guys on the bench. If you missed our first game, Western Oklahoma State went 2-0 in the World Series. They beat Scottsdale, Arizona 8-5. Scottsdale drops to the loser's bracket and has to play LSU Eunice tomorrow at noon. So Scottsdale and Eunice tomorrow at noon. The winner of this game against the loser of tonight's game at 3:30. And then it's DMAC and Western tomorrow night at 7. Here's a high pop-up hit back of second base into shallow center field. Klein is out, Rizzo in, and the center fielder finally finds it in that high blue sky and takes care of the second out. A.J. Rizzo, when the ball was hit, put both of his arms out and said, "I don't know where it's at." Corey Klein, his second baseman, did a great job of running out and pointing exactly where that fly ball was to allow Rizzo to make the play. It's good teamwork. Parks looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He'll have to get Mike Accardi. Accardi bounced out to first base in the first inning. Parks out of the windup, delivers. Low and in. Accardi gets out of the way and jumps the rope, scooting his legs and hips back. A lot of hitting room to left center field for this lefty. And on 1-0, Accardi takes a strike across the belt on the outside corner. Levance Anderson awaiting in the on-deck circle. Only 3 hits combined between the teams. As Accardi looks at it low, 2-1. Neither team has had more than 1 hit in a single inning. The only team with more than 1 base runner in an inning was Lackawanna in the second. The 2-1 offering. That's outside. Parks got a couple of outs in the second inning and walked a man, but got the next guy with the strikeout. He's in danger of walking Accardi. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. He came after him, but took something off. A 74-mile-per-hour pitch. Lackawanna still can't stay back. They're not staying back enough when Parks changes speeds. Corey looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Here comes the payoff pitch. A fly ball hit down the right field line, pulled foul. It will land on top of the railroad ties and bounce back into play. There's an area. It goes from just past the first base dugout all the way to the right field foul pole that is about waist high. Railroad ties stacked on top of each other. 3 or 4 high. They've covered it with padding this season. And we saw a great play made yesterday. A diving catch as one of the right fielders made the catch and then went Superman diving up on top of that berm area down the right field line. Let's do it again on 3-2. The pitch. Ball 4, and Accardi takes a walk. Second walk allowed by Parks, and it gets Levance Anderson to the plate. Who's going to blink first? Scoreless game, bottom of 3. Elimination contest between two teams that have never made it to the World Series. And somebody's going to stay around for at least one more day. Parks back to the stretch position, picks to first. Accardi had a short lead and is back in safely. Plyler over at third, plays off the line and back. The pitch to Anderson. That's over but low, down below the knees. Anderson, a .340 hitter this year. Couple of home runs and 29 RBIs. Leading RBI man for Lackawanna has 40. They spread their offense out. Team batting average of .312. The 1-0. Hit him. A fastball inside hits Levance Anderson, I believe in the rib cage or right around the belt. And after the first 2 men were retired quickly, a walk and a hit batter, and Lackawanna has built themselves the potential for an inning. It gets Matt Fry to the plate, the cleanup man. Those walks, those hit by pitches can really be dangerous. If you minimize those, it's when you have a lot of success on the mound. Seems pretty simple, but it's so true in this game. So Parks trying to get back in the strike zone. He checks on the runner at second. Accardi dancing off, and the pitch to Fry. That's low and away. Accardi just trying to do his best to get in the head of Corey Parks, take any bit of attention away from the batter at home plate. The 1-0 to Fry. That's low. Fry single leading off the second inning, but was left stranded at second base. They play him straight up infield and outfield. With a 2-0 count. Ball 3, low and away. Josh White, the catcher with the shin guard strapped up, swings in the on-deck circle. Will he get a chance this inning? Parks has to find the zone. The set at the belt and the 3-0. There's a strike. Fry was taking all the way. Matt, a .286 hitter. Has 33 runs scored this year, 25 RBIs. Trying to give Lackawanna the lead. Runners take their leads. The 3-1 is swung on, grounded toward third. Good pickup by Plyler. He throws to second and gets the force out on Anderson coming down. Plyler had to give ground to make the play and keeps Lackawanna off the scoreboard. Couple of more men left on for the Falcons. We go to the 4th inning, no score. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series, presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
It's the annual Memorial Day blowout sale. Now's the time to buy at the Mattress Hub. The deals are crazy. Save up to $600 on Tempur-Pedic's most popular model, the Cloud Supreme, plus free delivery. Save up to $400 off on Certus iComfort. On select mattresses, buy a bed, get a bed free. All this plus up to 4 years interest-free financing and a 1-year comfort guarantee. It's a Memorial Day sale you don't want to miss. Only at the Mattress Hub.
Follow the cheap sheet to the
Knock it out of the park with a World Series education from Catawba Valley Community College in Hickory, North Carolina. Our student athletes are champions in the classroom and on the field, and you can join our winning team this fall. Apply now, online at cvcc.edu. Congratulations, Conference, Region, and District Champs, CVCC Buccaneers. CVCC, the best community college in America.
On a hot but nice afternoon in northwest Oklahoma, we've got ourselves a barn burner of a pitching matchup. No score between Catawba Valley and Lackawanna. Lackawanna out of Scranton, Pennsylvania. Catawba Valley from Hickory, North Carolina. A couple of teams from the northeast part of the country doing battle in this elimination contest. They both lost their first round games, bounced back, and won their second round games. As the 3, 4, and 5 men do up for Catawba Valley against Adam Davis. Brett Huffman leads it off, the big first baseman. And Huffman hits a line smash, caught by the shortstop, Creamy. On the first pitch of the inning, Huffman tattooed that line drive, but Creamy was right in position, and he caught it waist high. A little bit of bad luck so far for Catawba Valley. Not only that line drive that didn't find a home, you have to go back to Leatherwood's line drive that hit Adam Davis in the side of the head, popped up in the air, and wound up being caught for an out. As Zach Wiggs takes a strike on a curveball over the inside corner. And yet Davis is still in the game after taking that line drive off the side of the head. Can't believe it. Here's the 0-1. Fly ball to shallow right field. Anderson will back up a couple of steps as the wind carries it out toward him. 2 down. 3 pitches, 2 outs. And to bring in Blake Myers. Davis trying to get himself a quick 1-2-3 inning. He pitched a 1-2-3 in the first. Allowed a leadoff hit in the second, but that was it. Allowed a hit by pitch in the third, and that was it. He's pitched very well so far. Curveball inside to Myers. Myers struck out on a breaking pitch in the second inning. He's the Catawba Valley designated hitter. Top of the 4th inning with no score. Glad to have you with us this afternoon. The 1-0. That's a little bit outside. Home plate umpire even yelled ball just because it was that close. Normally you don't say anything. Now the 2-0. That's upstairs. Davis is missing, but not by much. 3 balls and no strikes. Can he climb the ladder? Get back into the count. That pitch. Ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Blake Myers, and Catawba Valley has a runner for the 3rd straight inning. That's the first walk allowed by Davis. He's also hit a batter. And he'll have to deal with Corey Klein, the second baseman. Josh White has gone out for a conversation. Catcher and pitcher talking things over. Davis retired Huffman and Wiggs on a combined 3 pitches. Then a 4-pitch walk to Myers.
Second baseman number 4, Corey Klein.
Klein today has a fly out to left field. They give him all of left center. Accardi playing him toward the alley and right center to go the other way. Davis delivers. Klein shows bunt, pulls back, and takes a ball in the dirt. I don't think Corey Klein had any inclination to actually bunt, but with Davis starting to lose command a bit, make it difficult on him. Now the 1-0. That's up and in. 6 in a row out of the strike zone from Adam Davis. Third baseman Reyes pulled in at third. Now a couple of steps back of the bag. Middle infield is deep. Force at first or second. The 2-0. There's a strike right through the heart of the plate. A.J. Rizzo waits next. After Klein's fly out, he's just 1 for 10 during the World Series. No RBIs, no runs. And on 2-1, he takes it high and away. 3 balls and a strike. Same thing happened to Corey Parks, the pitcher for Catawba Valley. He retired the first 2 men in the last half inning, then lost command, walked a man, hit a man. Davis in danger of walking back-to-back hitters. The 3-1 pitch is a strike on the inside corner. Klein was ready to throw his bat away, but it looked to be pretty good from this vantage point. Bell-tie fastball over the inside half. On the 3-2 pitch with 2 outs, Myers will get a head start. He will leave with the delivery. Davis comes set. There he goes. Here it comes. Just outside for ball 4. And Catawba has their first real threat here in the 4th inning. Back-to-back walks to Myers and Klein. And Davis will have to deal with A.J. Rizzo. Davis was cruising in this 4th frame. The line out, the fly out, and all of a sudden the command went by the wayside. Rizzo flew out to center field, or pardon me, the center fielder struck out, ending the 2nd inning. And he takes it inside. Well, Davis has continued to be right around the zone. When he misses, it's not by much. But he is missing. That's the key thing. Catawba Valley trying to break on top first in a scoreless game, top of the 4th. The check at second and the 1-0. Line drive, base hit to right field. Anderson up with it. They will hold the runner at third as the throw is cut off by the first baseman Moles. And they're loaded up for the Buccaneers as Rizzo delivers a hit to right. That's his 3rd hit of the World Series in 8 opportunities. Because right field is so shallow in this ballpark, right fielders can play fairly shallow, and balls hit that way, line drives especially, not many times will you be able to score from second base. Especially because right field is supposed to be your best arm for a defense. Caleb Leatherwood is the hitter with the bases loaded. He takes a curveball low. Leatherwood delivered that line drive off the side of the head of Davis that wound up being caught for an out. Wonder if that's in the back of Davis's mind somewhere. The windup and the 1-0. A strike right down the middle. 88 on the radar gun. So far, that line drive has not seemed to have any ill effects on the Lackawanna right-hander. He's been good. Trying to get out of some hot water, though. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And time called. We're about an hour into this contest. Got started 23 minutes late. We've nearly reached the hour mark. Game 3 supposed to be at 7. Now the 1-1. Curve ball for a strike on the inside corner. Just caught the corner of the plate. Leatherwood behind, 1-2. Myers at third, Klein at second, Rizzo at first. Catawba Valley with 2 outs threatening in the 4th inning. The windup and the pitch. Line drive caught by the first baseman Moles as he lunges toward the first base line, saves extra bases, saves multiple runs, and Lackawanna gets out of trouble. Another Catawba Valley line drive that was caught. 3 men left on for the Buccaneers. They've stranded 5. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. We are scoreless. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
My future is in natural gas technology.
My future is in teaching. I'm a future business leader.
My future is in computers and IT security.
My future is in diagnostic sonography.
My future is in human services, but there are a lot of majors to choose from.
Lackawanna College offers over 30 degree programs at 5 locations.
Lackawanna College helped define our futures. Call or visit today and find your future at Lackawanna College.
Where can a washer and dryer become a concert? Where does an old sofa turn into a new discovery? Where does a lamp become a performance or a television become a television station? Where can a mattress beautify Main Street? Only at Park Avenue Thrift, where 100% of the profits from your donations fund community endeavors, making Enid a better place, one donation at a time.
No score, bottom of the 4th inning between Lackawanna, Pennsylvania and Catawba Valley, North Carolina. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning as Josh White leads things off for the Falcons. Creamy and Savakinis will follow. Corey Parks, the right-hander from Catawba Valley, delivers a breaking ball low. 71 on the radar gun, that big curveball. Parks, the big guy, 6'1", 200, but His breaking stuff's been the best part of his repertoire, and he misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. So far, through 3 innings for Parks, he has allowed a couple of walks, hit a batter, and struck out 3. The 2-0 to White. Right down central, White was taking all the way. Like Madison College, maybe Heartland out there beyond the right field wall, getting ready for the next game. There's a ground ball to shortstop, scooped up by Fraga, and he throws out White, leading off the 4th inning. Guess that would be Heartland out there beyond the right field wall. A few guys playing some 2-ball, little 5-man game, and then the rest of the team sitting and watching the action as the loser of the Heartland game will take on the winner of this game. Catawba Valley already saw Heartland losing 5-4 in the first game of the tournament Saturday morning at 9. The hitter is Tom Creamy, and Creamy takes a strike. Tom struck out in the 2nd inning. He's deep in the box, that back foot up against the chalk line. Now the 0-1. In the dirt, scooped out by Cafaro. Those hitters, they like to rub that chalk line out. Any advantage they can get to maybe even get deeper than that chalk line. Give yourself more time against the pitcher. Parks is ready, and the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Another good changeup at 73. Parks throwing enough fastballs that the changeup has been effective. You got to give him something to compare to. With 1 away and nobody on, Parks dangles the right arm. Now puts it in his glove, and the 1-2 pitch. Outside and high. Zavakinas is next if anyone can reach Johnson. The hits have been minimal. Exact same totals on the scoreboard. 0-2-0 for both teams. And the 2-2 pitch. Just missed off the outside corner. Parks wanted that one. He thought he had strike 3. The Catawba Valley dugout and fans thought that he had strike 3. That was awfully, awfully close. So Parks with 1 foot on the rubber and 1 foot off. Works off that first base side, winds and delivers. There's strike 3 called, caught him looking. Nearly the exact same pitch, and Creamy strikes out for the 2nd time of the game. First 2 men gone for Parks. Can he work himself a 1-2-3 inning? He had the first 2 gone last inning, then walked a man and hit a man, but got out of the jam. There's Josh Zavakinas, the 2nd baseman. Zavakinas drew one of the 2 walks from Parks back in inning number 2. Right-hander with a straight stance. Takes a curveball low. I only say that because nowadays you see so many guys that are wide open. That front foot's kicked out. Gives them a better look at the pitcher, at least in their opinion. Not for Zavakinas, the 1-0. That's over at the knees. I never could hit with a front foot open like that. Just all about timing for a batter. Sometimes you start it close and then tap, and sometimes you start it open and don't move. It's just however you feel comfortable. As they swing and a foul ball at home plate, Zavakinas down, a ball and 2 strikes. Corey Parks and Adam Davis just going back and forth right now, shutting these respective offenses down and doing a good job of it. The 1-2 pitch, a little bit high. Only 1 runner has reached third base today. That was the last half inning when Catawba Valley had the bases loaded with 2 outs. Parks with a 2-2 count, winds and fires in the dirt. Couldn't get Zavakinas to chase. Lackawanna lost to Scottsdale 6-5 in 10 innings, beat Grand Rapids 12-4 in 7 innings last night. The 3-2 pitch, tapped foul. Had a big offensive explosion in the first inning, just tore the game open right off the bat, and then front ran until the 7th inning, and they won it in a shortened game. Both these teams in their first ever World Series appearance. And they're playing each other. Now the 3-2. Strike 3 called. He caught him looking on a breaking ball at the belt. Zavakinas down on strikes. Parks strikes out 2 in the inning. We're through 4 at David Allen Memorial Ballpark with Lackawanna and Catawba Valley scoreless. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
The thrill of victory on the baseball field is a direct result of the hours of practice in the batting cage and the bullpen. Bottom line, it takes hard work when nobody's watching to join your team on the big stage as you compete for a World Series title. Advanced Pierre Food Company believes in supporting all Enid sports programs and local events, and they are proud to sponsor the NJCAA World Series. Advanced Pierre Food would like to wish the players, coaches, and fans good luck in the JUCO World Series. Let's play ball from Advanced Pierre Food Company.
Knock it out of the park with a World Series education from Catawba Valley Community College in Hickory, North Carolina. Our student athletes are champions in the classroom and on the field, and you can join our winning team this fall. Apply now, online at cvcc.edu. Congratulations, Conference, Region, and District Champs, CVCC Buccaneers. CVCC, the best community college in America.
Former Enid High football coach Tommy Parker wearing a Catawba Valley baseball cap. He and his sons have their youth team sponsoring and hosting Catawba Valley, the Oklahoma Aggies. We invite you to contact us. We'll give you a shout out, CTV Sports. A couple of ways to do it on Twitter and on Facebook. Top of the 5th inning as a strike right down the middle to the leadoff man, Carson Plyler. If you're on Twitter, hashtag D2Series. That's D, the number 2 series, or at CTV Sports. Popped up on the left side of the infield by Plyler. Shortstop, Creamy, shading his eyes from the sun, and makes the catch. As the night goes along, that left side of the infield and left fielder, they have a tough time with that sun. Want to get us on Facebook? Go to facebook.com/CTV Sports. Those are the 3 ways to get a hold of us, and we'll give you a shout out if you're around the country watching or listening to the NJCAA D2 World Series. Danny Fraga in the top of the order. And Fraga lines one just foul down the right field side. Talked about Coach Parker and his sons and the host program. During the World Series, each of the teams that make it here gets paired up with a local business or organization and a Little League team. And those people serve as the host for these World Series participants. We'll thank the folks that are involved in this game momentarily. Here's the 0-1. That's high and outside. For Catawba Valley, it's the Oklahoma Aggies baseball team, the Enid Plainsman 10 and under baseball team, and Slater Mechanical. Davis is 1-1. Grounded off the pitcher's mitt, out towards second. Up with it, Savakinas throws off his back foot, but not in time. Fraga beats out an infield single. Davis slowed it up as the ball glanced off his mitt, and Savakinas, deep behind the bag, could not have enough time to throw out the speedy Fraga. Danny has his first hit. Lackawanna, they're being hosted by the Chisholm Longhorns baseball program and the Enid Rotary. So thank you so much for all of our World Series hosts. That organization, that program put on by Kelly Jensen has done a great job. One of the key reasons why the World Series has stayed here now in its 4th year. Move to first base, and Fraga back in as Rob Cafaro is the hitter. 1 out, a runner on, top of the 5th inning. Catawba Valley has the right man on base, and the right guy's coming up. Adam Davis delivers. A strike at the belt. Cafaro thus far is 0 for 2. He grounded out in the 1st inning and struck out in the 3rd. Davis has 4 strikeouts. He's walked a couple and hit a batter. Righty against righty. The 0-1. Hit high in the air to left center field. Accardi retreating, has a play. He'll pull up and make the catch. Back to first goes Fraga. Cafaro now 0 for 3 as he flies out to center field. And with 2 down, here's Brett Huffman. Huffman is always a threat, no matter the scenario, the situation. This guy is a home run threat. We saw him during the home run derby on Friday night during the opening ceremonies. Had a rough time of things, but he hit a grand slam here yesterday. And he swings and lines one for a base hit up the middle. Past the outstretched glove of the shortstop, Creamy. The third hit of the World Series for Huffman. 2 hits in the inning, and Catawba Valley threatening again with 2 outs. That'll bring in Zach Wiggs. Wiggs is 1 for 2 with a second inning single and a fly out to right. Who's going to break on top first? We're getting here to the middle innings. Top of the 5th, 2 on, 2 outs. As Davis comes set, checks on the runners, and now pitches. Up and in. Looking at our Twitter feed for the D2 series. Hashtag D2 series. No one's tweeted anything in 19 hours. Let's get that all fired up. Get some tweets going out about the action here. The 1-0. A curveball almost hit him over Wiggs' helmet. Good save by White. So a 2-0 count. 4 base hits now for Catawba Valley. They've out-hit Lackawanna 4-2. Lackawanna gives up the left center field gap for Wiggs. And he swings and lines one toward that left center field gap. It gets down. It gets to the wall. Catawba Valley's going to have the lead. Fraga scores. Here comes Huffman. He will score. Going to third, Wiggs. He'll make it with a stand-up 2-run triple. And the Buccaneers break in front on a big 2-out triple from Zach Wiggs. Two-zip Catawba Valley. That's coming through in the pinch. Davis had been living dangerously the last couple of innings. He fell behind 2-0, had to come with a fastball, and Wiggs did not miss it. Inning not over yet as Blake Myers is in. The pitch to Myers. Swing and a miss out in front of a curveball. Myers struck out, and he has walked. He's the Buccaneer designated hitter. The 0-1 pitch. High and outside. I'd mentioned that Accardi was playing toward the right center field alley, and Wiggs hit it right where Lackawanna was giving the most space. The 1-1. A high pop-up hit on the infield. Out behind second base, Creamy. A couple of steps onto the outfield grass makes the play to end the inning. But Wiggs with that 2 RBI triple. 2 runs, 3 hits, a man left on. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Catawba Valley 2, Lackawanna nothing. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
It's Northcutt's Memorial Day sale. Get great rebates, Memorial Day bonus cash, liquidation discounts, and 0% for up to 72 months. New 2012 Chevy Silverado 1500 extended cab, only $26,749. Or a 1500 Crew, just $24,897. 2012 Chevy Sonic, just $15,499. Get pre-approved online at northcuttauto.com or call toll-free to lock in your best deal. Northcutt Chevrolet Buick Enid, your shortcut to a great deal.
It's the annual Memorial Day blowout sale. Now's the time to buy at the Mattress Hub. The deals are crazy. Save up to $600 on Tempur-Pedic's most popular model, the Cloud Supreme, plus free delivery. Save up to $400 off on Serta's iComfort. On select mattresses, buy a bed, get a bed free. All this plus up to 4 years interest-free financing and a 1-year comfort guarantee. It's a Memorial Day sale you don't want to miss. Only at the Mattress Hub.
Follow the cheap sheet to the Mattress Hub.
Triple by Zach Wiggs. That's put Catawba Valley in front 2-0 over Lackawanna. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Cameron Johnson leads it off for the Falcons. A hot afternoon in northwest Oklahoma. A few brave souls were out there getting some sunshine on their legs. I prefer the shade myself. Johnson, a swing and a miss against Corey Parks. Parks on the upside for the first time. His team in front 2-zip. They've out-hit Lackawanna 5-2. Another swing and a miss. Boy, Parks has been amazing with that breaking stuff. The curveball, the changeup, that's been his money pitches. The fastball's basically been there just to show Lackawanna something a little bit heavier. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. There was the fastball. He got him. That's 3 strikeouts in a row going back to the 4th inning for Parks. 6 for the game. And your mindset, it changes just a little bit once you have the lead. If you have the right guy up there, it can really fuel him to victory. Now it's Frank Elvin Reyes, the 9th place hitter. He takes a ball too low. Reyes struck out his first at-bat in the 3rd inning. Up next is Moles, if anyone can reach, Mike Accardi. The 1-0 pitch. That's outside. Western Oklahoma State was a winner earlier today over Scottsdale, 8-5. Coming up tonight at 7, Heartland and Madison. Reyes takes a strike down the center of the plate. Heartland was a 5-4 winner over Catawba Valley. Madison beat the Community College of Rhode Island 7-2. Time is called by Reyes prior to our 2-1 pitch. Tomorrow, we know that at noon, LSU Eunice will face Scottsdale, Arizona. The winner of this game will take on the loser of tonight's game at 3:30 tomorrow. Then at 7, DMAC and Western. Reyes leans out of the way of a high and tight curveball, 3 balls and a strike. Corey Parks gave up a base hit in the 1st and the 2nd, has not allowed one since. As Reyes takes ball 4, and the tying run will bat for Lackawanna. That tying run currently is Chris Moles, the first baseman. Moles has twice flown out to center field, so Rizzo, I'm sure, is ready. Not much wind on this hot, sun-filled afternoon. Do see some big, white, puffy clouds building back to our south and to our east. If those are rain-filled at all, they wouldn't threaten the ballpark. Say curveball's a strike. It's not how the weather pattern works here in Oklahoma. Plyler, the 3rd baseman, playing in, even with the bag. Parks steps off the rubber, looks over his left shoulder, but does not throw. Now he comes set, does Parks. And the 0-1 pitch. Moles takes it low and away. Chris Moles from Larksville, Pennsylvania, a sophomore, 6'1", 195. Majority of this Lackawanna team are sophomores. The 1-1. Ripped foul wide of the 3rd base coach. Just a handful of freshmen. Cameron Johnson, one of them that plays. Savakinas, a freshman that plays. Everyone else, those sophomores, at least in today's starting lineup. Very veteran squad for Lackawanna. They've had a lot of success recently, just have not been able to get over the hump and get to Enid. They've won some region championships, just not district championships. Ball shot foul down the left field side. Oh, almost took out one of his own teammates. Moles pulled the ball toward the bullpen, where there is somebody getting loose for Lackawanna. A couple of guys down there taking some soft toss also. Potentially a pinch hitter later on down the line, maybe. That line drive almost took one of them out. Runner at first, 1 out. Parks is 1-2. Ground ball foul again that direction. Rick Evans, Radon Leeton, Chris Jensen, and all the guys that are part of the field crew that will take care of dragging the field, watering the field after this half inning. They're all down there waiting, and they had to get out of the way. Big thank you to all those guys. They are very much volunteers, and for them to spend all their time here at the ballpark to help out by fixing the field and dragging it after the 5th inning between games, we certainly appreciate it. Another 1-2 pitch is on the way. Way outside, blocked by the catcher. Great job by Cafaro. I've been very impressed with him defensively. He's thrown out several runners trying to steal. He's blocked balls in the dirt. He's a tough son of a gun also after taking 3 line smashes off his face mask in Game 1 Saturday. We have a 2-2 pitch. Hit him. Chris Moles actually excited to be hit by that pitch. As soon as the ball plunked him in the left arm, he clapped back toward his dugout saying, "Let's go." The tying run is aboard as Parks has walked a man and hit a man back-to-back to bring the go-ahead run to the plate. Second hit batter by Corey Parks. Fans, don't forget to stay with us. After each and every game of the Junior College Division II World Series, we'll name our Wings to Go players of the game. Wings to go at the corner of Cleveland and Garriott in Enid. They've got their Simply Great wings, but burgers, salads, wraps, and a whole lot more. Go by and see Brian Hacker and the gang during the World Series. Wings to go, don't you know, sponsor of our players of the game. Frank Pate back to the Catawba Valley dugout. The Buccaneers lead Lackawanna 2-0 in the bottom of the 5th. But the tying run at first base, the go-ahead run at the plate with one away. The hitter is Mike Accardi. Accardi, the center fielder, has bounced to first and drawn a walk. Left-handed hitter that has 3 hits and 10 at-bats during the World Series. A couple of RBIs to his credit, including a double. And the pitch to Accardi. That's well outside. Mike, a .365 batter prior to the World Series. Couple of home runs and 24 RBIs. The set by Parks and the 1-0. Just missed off the outside corner, trying to get a changeup over the corner and missed. Now Corey's lack of control, these last 2 hitters may end up costing him. Can Accardi deliver? The pitch to him. There's a strike at the knees on the extreme outside corner. LaVance Anderson waits next. It was a 2-out, 2-run triple for Catawba Valley that put them on the board. Now can Accardi do the same thing, just with 1 out though in this bottom of the 5th. Parks pitches. Ground ball chopped wide, foul to first. Good play by the first base coach at Lackawanna. Flips it over into the Catawba Valley dugout. Good matchup coming up next with a couple of teams that were in the World Series last year. Heartland and Madison. Madison wound up finishing 3rd in the country. Heartland won a game but then lost their next 2. 2-2 count on Accardi. The pitch to him. Ground ball to first. Up with it, Huffman. He throws to second, out. Back to first, pitcher covering, out. He got a double play as the pitcher Parks slid across first base onto his backside. He beat Accardi to the bag for a 3-6-1 double play. And Parks works out of trouble. No runs, no hits, and a man left on after 5 innings. Catawba Valley 2, Lackawanna nothing. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
To book your Enid getaway, go to visitenid.org or call 877-999-ENID.
Let me tell you about my college, Lackawanna College.
A 2-year, highly respected college that can prepare you for a career or to move on to a 4-year program.
5 regional locations, over 30 degree programs, and more.
I'm a future paramedic who found my future at Lackawanna College. Call or visit today and we'll help you find your future.
For our fans on NJCAA TV, that's the perfect site here at the ballpark. Dad and son. I was out with dad and daughter yesterday during one of my games off. It's a great place to bring the family here to David Allen Memorial Ballpark, and we invite you, if you're in the area, to do just that. We've seen some outstanding baseball over these first 3 days, and we'll continue to see great baseball the rest of the way. It's only going to get better, in fact, as you get deeper in the tournament, playing for that national championship. A couple of teams that have never been to the World Series doing battle right now. Catawba Valley and Lackawanna. Right now it's the Buccaneers with a 2-0 lead, top of the 6th inning. 6, 7, and 8 due up as Corey Klein leads it off with Rizzo next, and then Leatherwood. Adam Davis, that one blemish, that big 2-run triple by Zach Wiggs. Here's a high pop-up foul and back out of play on the first pitch of the inning. There is one error up there for Lackawanna, so they may have given an error to the center fielder Accardi trying to pick the ball off of the wall, as Wiggs may be given credit for a double and an error. We'll have to check that between innings. The 0-1. Hard smash up the middle, past the mound, and on into center field for a hit for Corey Klein. Catawba Valley, they led the country in hitting this year at .365, their 6th hit of the afternoon. And for Corey Klein, just his 2nd hit of the World Series. He's 1 for 2 this afternoon. It comes in a leadoff capacity. And it brings in A.J. Rizzo, the center fielder.
Center fielder number 6, A.J. Rizzo.
Rizzo is 1 for 2. He is singled, and he struck out. Ball gets loose down the left field line from the Lackawanna bullpen. There is some activity. A left-hander throws. How long do the Falcons stay with Adam Davis? He delivers to Rizzo. Rizzo tried to bunt, missed it. Snap throw to first, not in time. Klein back in, standing up. Looked like Rizzo took a big stab at that bunt. Not just your average get it down bunt, like he was trying to push it hard past somebody. Third baseman Frank Elvin Reyes is playing on the infield grass. That's about 5 or 6 feet in front of the bag. Now the 0-1. Again, Rizzo bunts, gets it down, up the first base line. Davis's only play will be at first. The runner stopped to make him throw the ball to first, and Klein makes second base easily. So A.J. Rizzo gets the sacrifice down. It goes 1-3. With 1 away, an insurance run now in scoring position. And Caleb Leatherwood will try to drive that runner home. Leatherwood has had some unfortunate luck today. He had a line smash off of the left side of the head, yes, the left side of the head of Adam Davis, the pitcher. The ball caromed up into the air and was caught for an out. With the bases loaded in the 4th inning, Leatherwood lined down the right field line, which could have potentially been a double or more with runs scoring, and it was caught also for an out. There's a ball that gets away from the catcher, an outside fastball off the mid of White, and Klein will make third base. Davis throws a wild pitch into the opposite batter's box. White could not get a hold of it. And so Klein is at third with just 1 out for Leatherwood. That'll force Lackawanna to bring their infield in all the way around. All 4 infielders will play at the edge of the grass. The way Leatherwood's been swinging, he just hopes not to hit it right at somebody. 2 lineouts today. The 1-0. Ground ball over the mound. That's on into center field for a base hit. With the infield drawn in, that gives you extra gaps, and Leatherwood delivers an RBI single to put Catawba Valley in front, 3-0. Good piece of hitting by Leatherwood. Didn't try to do too much, just get the ball in play, and he did it with a chopper over the mound for an RBI single. Caleb Leatherwood with his first RBI of the tournament. And Carson Plyler bats. He's 0 for 1, being hit by a pitch. He swings and misses at an 82-mile-per-hour fastball. Top of the order, Fraga is next. Catawba Valley, they started whittling away, just a hit here, a hit there. Finally put 3 hits together in the 3rd inning, 2 hits this frame, and not done yet. They've had the big hits when they've counted. The extra base hit for the 2 runs scoring last inning. RBI hit by Leatherwood moments ago. And a strike in at the knees to Plyler. He didn't like the call. Carson Plyler from Charlotte, North Carolina, a freshman, 5'10", 150. Lackawanna leaves a big hole on the left side of the infield on the ground. Shortstop playing up the middle. And Plyler pops it foul up and over the right side. Western Oklahoma State beat Scottsdale, Arizona earlier this afternoon, 8-5. Western's offense came alive in the middle to late innings. Scottsdale tried to mount a rally but came up just shy of the 9th. They scored 3 but needed 3 more. Here it's 3-0 Catawba Valley in the top of 6. The 0-2 pitch. A check swing. He went too far on a ball in the dirt. Snap throw back to first, not in time, but Plyler strikes out. He could not hold up on that breaking ball that wound up in the dirt. For Adam Davis, his 5th strikeout. And it brings in Danny Fraga, top of the order. Fraga has a hit in 3 trips with a run scored. Davis out of the stretch delivers. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Leatherwood round second will stop there as the throw comes in from center field, but 3 hits in the inning, all singles, and Fraga has a 2-hit day. Adam Davis has gone the distance thus far, but there are 2 relievers getting loose in that bullpen deep down the left field line. Chris Pinsack just trying to get Adam Davis through this inning. Get him through 6. Maybe his team can come from behind. The hitter is Rob Cafaro. Cafaro is 0 for 3. And he takes a strike over the outside corner. A rare 0 for Cafaro, who had 3 hits and 8 at-bats prior to today in the World Series. Now 3 for 11. 2 on, 2 outs. A run already in. And Cafaro takes way outside. Great stop by Josh White, the catcher. What agility. He was able to lunge to his right well into the lefty batter's box to save that ball from going to the screen. Big gap to left center field. McCarty continues to play the other way against these right-handed hitters. And Davis has been pitching that way. The 1-1 offering. Line to right field, but foul. Now Mike Accardi playing to right center field because Adam Davis is pitching outside. So you would expect hitters to shoot one the other way. Where Davis got in trouble was when he left one over the inside part and Wiggs belted it toward the left center field gap, right where Accardi is not. A pause up on top of the rubber and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Nice hard slider. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 6 for the game. But Catawba Valley picks up a run on 3 hits, and they leave 2 more men aboard. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Catawba Valley 3, Lackawanna nothing. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
It's Northcutt's Memorial Day sale. Get great rebates, Memorial Day bonus cash, liquidation discounts, and 0% for up to 72 months. New 2012 Chevy Silverado 1500 extended cab, only $26,749. Or a 1500 Crew, just $24,897. 2012 Chevy Sonic, just $15,499. Get pre-approved online at northcuttauto.com or call toll-free to lock in your best deal. Northcutt Chevrolet Buick Enid, your shortcut to a great deal.
It's the annual Memorial Day blowout sale. Now's the time to buy at the Mattress Hub. The deals are crazy. Save up to $600 on Tempur-Pedic's most popular model, the Cloud Supreme, plus free delivery. Save up to $400 off on Serta's iComfort. On select mattresses, buy a bed, get a bed free. All this plus up to 4 years interest-free financing and a 1-year comfort guarantee. It's a Memorial Day sale you don't want to miss. Only at the Mattress Hub.
Follow the cheap sheet to the Mattress Hub.
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Catawba Valley leading Lackawanna 3-0. Just to correct that scoring that I was talking about earlier, a double has been given to Zach Wiggs. They take away the triple. A double and an error on the left fielder Matt Fry, allowing Wiggs to make third base, but he still gets credit for a couple of RBIs. Catawba Valley going to go to the bullpen. They bring in Stephen Blythe, a freshman from Indian Trail, North Carolina, 6'1", 186 pounds, and a freshman. He replaces Corey Parks. In the first pitch that he throws, Levance Anderson fouls it off over the right side. But it's Stephen Blythe trying to shut down things. Good outing by Corey Parks, 5 solid. Slider way outside and in the dirt. And the 1-1 to Anderson. That's well outside again. Blythe has kind of a flinging motion to his delivery. He's tall and lanky and just kind of flings the ball at you. The pitch, way outside. That's 3 in a row that have been in that left-handed batter's box. After he threw a good one to Anderson, he's missed badly with the next 3. The numbers on Corey Parks, he goes 5 innings, only gives up 2 base hits, no runs, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, and he hits 2 batters. Good outing by him. We have not yet seen Blythe in the World Series. He's a tall, slender right-hander. Some of the numbers on him this year. even though they were not up to date, so I better not give them out to you because they're not very up to date. There's a strike down the middle to Anderson. One's on the Catawba website. The 3-2. He walked him. Well, not what Catawba had in mind. Frank Pate went to Blythe, and the first thing he does is walk the leadoff man. 3-0 Catawba Valley. Bottom of the 6th inning. The winner advances. The loser has to make that long trip home. Matt Fry will step in. He's 1 for 2 thus far. If you win, you play tomorrow afternoon at 3:30. Playing your 4th game in 4 days. The pitch. That's high. But if you win that game tomorrow, you get a day off. A much-needed day off. Outfield straight away all the way around. Plyler is deep at third as Blythe comes set. And the 1-0. A little bit high. 2 balls and no strikes. More activity getting ready for Catawba Valley if they need it. Parks walked 3. Blythe has walked the only man he has faced so far and is behind Fry. 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch to him. There's a strike. 81 on the radar gun at the knees. Heartland Community College out of Illinois taking some ground balls out behind the right field wall. They'll play next against Madison. Move goes to first. Back in safely is Anderson. That game is a scheduled 7 o'clock first pitch. We'll have to pick up the pace on this one to get to that game on time. It'll be close, but just stay with us. Now the next one. That hits the outside corner, a strike. 2-2 on Fry. Lackawanna lost to Scottsdale 6-5, beat Grand Rapids 12-4 in 7 innings. The Scottsdale game was a 10-inning affair. Blythe is set. The check. The 2-2 pitch. Way outside. Seems like every time he's tried to put a little extra on it, the ball's wound up 2 or 3 feet outside. Really struggling with his command. Fry in the tournament has 4 hits in 10 at-bats. Has 3 RBIs with a teammate at first. His team down 3-0. And the payoff pitch. Ball 4. He walked him. And Blythe has come out of the bullpen and walked the first 2 men. That'll bring the tying run to the plate, the person of Josh White. Frank Pate of Catawba Valley is just on the edge of the dugout. Kind of that will I come out, will I won't. He's ready if he has to. He's going to allow Blythe to stay in. So White, who is 0 for 2, stands in from the right side. Catawba Valley has out-hit Lackawanna 8-2. The Falcons have stranded 5 runners, have 2 aboard with no outs. And the pitch. He shows bunt, pulls back, and takes a ball outside. Everything is missing away by Blythe. Coach Pate wants to know if whoever's in the bullpen is hot. They say yes, he is. Now the 1-0. Bunt shown, pulled back, and a strike at the belt to Josh White. He's 0 for 2 this afternoon with a fly out and a ground out. Third baseman Plyler is pulled in. He guards against the bunt. Still early enough that if Lackawanna wanted a bunt, they could. They will try. It's a good one out in front of the mound. Blythe has it, throws to first, and gets White. But the sacrifice successful. Anderson to third, Fry to second. Only in the 6th inning. And Lackawanna trying to play for a couple of runs this inning to just trim into the lead. You don't have to get them all back at the same time. So Tom Creamy will get his chance. He has struck out twice. Once swinging, once looking. Lackawanna needs to get on the scoreboard. They've got a perfect opportunity right now. The pitch to Creamy is high and outside. Infield is all deep. They'll give up a run for the out as Blythe's 1-0. A strike over the outside corner. Blythe out of the bullpen in relief of Corey Parks. Parks pitched beautifully. 3 walks, 2 hit batters, 2 hits, but he struck out 6 and got out of jams when he had to. Creamy takes a ball high and wide. 2-1. On a really hot afternoon in northwest Oklahoma, these two teams battling in this elimination game. The 2-1 pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner. Creamy's had a rough day so far with the 2 punch outs. Kind of make up for it right here. They play him straight up in the outfield. Don't forget that wind not blowing, short porch to right. And Creamy looks at it just a little bit low. If I'm Tom Creamy, I'm not taking pitches like that. He's already been punched out once. But he must have known it was a ball. So 3-2. There is a base open. That could set up a double play. But at this point, ahead by 3 runs, Catawba Valley just wants outs. Blythe settles and pitches. And ball 4 is low. And the bases are loaded. Blythe has come out of the bullpen and walked 3 batters. And he may be done. The head coach, Frank Pate, going to take the walk to the mound. There are relievers ready. But Blythe has just not had his good stuff today. We had a scoreless game into the top of the 5th inning. Catawba Valley picked up a 2-out, 2 RBI double off the bat of Zach Wiggs to break the tie. Then in the top of the 6th inning, got an RBI hit by Caleb Leatherwood. That made it 3-0, and now Lackawanna threatening. They've got the tying run at first. Go-ahead run at the plate in the person of Josh Savakinas with only 1 away. Thing is, for Stephen Blythe, he is 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning unscathed. Glad to have you with us, whatever medium you're on. Whether it be local radio on ESPN Radio, 1390 KCRC, or whether you're listening to us via our internet stream at ctbsports.com or watching us on NJCAA television at njcaa.org, courtesy of IHI. Long conversation, and finally Frank Pate makes the call. Once the umpire forced his hand, we'll have a new pitcher. Bottom of the 6th inning, Lackawanna has them loaded up with just 1 out, and Catawba Valley goes to the bullpen, leading 3-0. Let's pause. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series, presented by Advanced Pierre Foods. Catawba Valley forced to go back to the bullpen. Randy Shepard, a right-hander, is into the game. 6'3", 185 pounds, a sophomore from Salisbury, North Carolina. Lackawanna threatening as Catawba Valley leads at 3-0, but the Falcons have the bases loaded and just 1 away for Josh Savakinas. All 3 runners were walked by the first reliever, Stephen Blythe. He pitches just a third of an inning. 3 walks, no strikeouts, and so far, no runs. But anybody that scores, at least of these 3 guys, are his responsibility. So Savakinas is in. Shepard comes set, and the tall right-hander pitches. A high fly hit to medium right center field. This could get the run home. Rizzo makes the catch. Runner at third tags. Anderson will come home and score as Lackawanna is on the board. Sacrifice fly by Josh Savakinas cuts the lead to 3-1. The other two runners have to stay put. Catawba definitely would have given that up for that out, and they got it. So Savakinas with the sacrifice fly for an RBI. Now it'll be up to Cameron Johnson with 2 away. Johnson, the designated hitter, is 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Actually, we have a pinch hitter. Carson Baker is in, pardon me, and he swings and misses. Carson Baker batting for Cameron Johnson. As I mentioned, Johnson had struggled with a couple of strikeouts, so now it's Baker's turn. 2-1, 2 out, Shepard's pitch. Foul back. Carson Baker has played in one World Series game. He had an at-bat, was 0 for 1. Young man that this year hit .253 with a home run and 13 RBIs. Down 0-2 as Shepard, trying to get the job done, delivers high and wide. 3 walks in the inning have led to 1 run so far. Fry is at second, Creamy is at first with 2 outs. Shepard settles himself and pitches. Just missed a bit high with the changeup. Frank Elvin Reyes would be next. Lackawanna finally pushes a run across. They trail 3-1. And now the 2-2, way outside. That'll run it full, and the runners will get a chance to go as Shepard delivers the pitch home. That means a ball down the line or in the gap would more than likely tie the game. Shepard settles. There they go. Here it comes. He walked him low and outside, and the bases are reloaded. The 4th walk in the inning. And it brings in Reyes, the 9th place hitter. Those walks will get you. Right now, Catawba has had that happen. Frank Elvin Reyes has walked himself, and he struck out once, 0 for 1. Shepard pitches and fires high. A 79-mile-per-hour pitch, just a little bit above the belt. Falcons have only hit 1 ball to the outfield. That was the sac fly, the 1-0. Inside, 2 balls and no strikes. When you're getting to your 3rd game in as many days, pitching gets thin. It certainly does. Shepard, though, came in, got the fly out, and you thought he might get out of it. Now the 2-0. Right down the middle, a called strike. He may still get out of it, but he's got to find a way to get Reyes. Lackawanna only has 2 hits. They came in the 1st and the 2nd, 1 each. Shepard settles, and the pitch to Reyes. That's well out of the strike zone. 3-1. No place to put him. Shepard's got to come to the strike zone. And Reyes may even take 1 more. Shepard leans against his left leg. Comes set and pitches. There's a strike, as Reyes was taking all the way. So with 3-2, 2 outs again, the runners will go. A base hit to the outfield will tie the game. Fry is at 3rd, Creamy at 2nd, Baker at 1st. There they go, here it comes. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. A big strikeout for Randy Shepard as Lackawanna leaves the bases loaded. 1 run, there were no hits, 3 men left on. So far, Lackawanna has stranded 8. We go to the 7th inning. It's Catawba Valley 3, Lackawanna 1. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
Knock it out of the park with a World Series education from Catawba Valley Community College in Hickory, North Carolina. Our student athletes are champions in the classroom and on the field, and you can join our winning team this fall. Apply now, online at cvcc.edu. Congratulations, Conference, Region, and District Champs, CVCC Buccaneers. CVCC, the best community college in America.
To book your Enid getaway, go to visitenid.org or call 877-999-ENID.
Big strikeout by Randy Shepard as he gets Frank Elvin Reyes to strand the bases loaded. We go to the 7th inning. Catawba Valley leads Lackawanna 3-1. Have a Catawba Valley fan, several of them in fact, have tweeted us at CTV Sports. Ashley Costner says she's watching CVCC play back home in Hickory, North Carolina. Says, bring home the rings, Bucks. Catawba Valley back to the bats, and a first pitch strike on the inside corner. Brett Huffman leads it off in the 7th. Huffman, Wiggs, and Myers, 3, 4, and 5. Adam Davis stays on to pitch for Lackawanna. And Huffman hits a high fly ball to center field. An easy play for Accardi. A few steps to his right, he puts it away. Huffman now 1 for 4. That brings in, so far, the hero of the day, Big Zach Wiggs. That 2-run double to the left center field gap in the 5th inning broke a scoreless game. Got a couple of runs across, and that double so far has been the difference. As Wiggs checks his swing and takes a strike on the inside corner. Infield is all deep, and I mean they're all deep. Nobody even playing in. No thought of the bunt, period. The 0-1. Line drive, base hit to center field. The 3rd hit of the day for Zach Wiggs. There's a reason why the infield was deep. This guy's swinging the bat well, and Zach has just continued to wear out Adam Davis. He has 3 of the 9 Buccaneer base hits. So now it's Blake Myers. 2 runs in the 5th inning for Catawba Valley, 1 in the 6th, and 1 for Lackawanna in the bottom of the 6th. Curveball low to Myers. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout, pop up to shortstop, and he's drawn a walk. Second game of 3 here on day 3. Happy Memorial Day, by the way, the 1-0. That's a strike at the knees. Don't forget what this day is all about, and that's remembering those brave men and women who have fought and are currently fighting for us and for our freedom. It's people like that that let us do this and have a lot of fun playing this great game. As the ball is low, 2-1 on Myers. A lot of hitting room to left center field. Myers, a right-handed hitter. Adam Davis has gone the distance, and the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Davis still has good stuff, but he has been hit hard at times in the game. Catawba Valley, they could probably have some more. They've hit into some bad luck today. Several line drives that have been caught as 2 pitchers warm up in the Lackawanna bullpen, a righty and a lefty. Davis settles the 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. He caught him looking on a beautiful curveball right down the middle. Myers is strikeout victim number 7 for Davis, and it brings in Corey Klein with Wiggs at first. Catawba Valley has out-hit Lackawanna 9-2.
Second baseman number 4, Corey Klein.
Klein, the batter, has a single and 2 trips. He's also walked and scored a run. The pitch, a fastball, a little bit outside. Catawba Valley trying to extend their lead. It's currently 3-1 on the top of the 7th inning. Now the 1-0. A strike on the inside corner. Davis leans against the rubber from the first base side and delivers. A pop-up goes foul and out of play. Catawba Valley with their gray pants, black tops, trimmed in red. Lackawanna white pants and their gray tops trimmed in navy blue. As Davis settles himself, runner goes from first. The pitch is outside and there's no throw. An outstanding pitch to run on for Wiggs. He swipes second base to get in scoring position. Now a base hit by Klein. Could lengthen the lead. 2-2 count. Davis comes set. He checks, kicks, and pitches. Swing and a foul ball. Tipped off the glove of the catcher toward the Catawba Valley dugout. Davis down 3-1, but has stayed in the game, pitching into the top of the seventh, trying to get through this inning. Due up for Lackawanna. They'll have the top of their order against the bullpen of Catawba Valley. The 2-2. Foul back. Nice at bat by Corey Klein, trying to stay alive. If Klein could reach, A.J. Rizzo would be next. 2 runs in the 5th, 1 in the 6th for the Buccaneers from Hickory, North Carolina. Their first ever appearance, same for Lackawanna. The 2-2. Line drive to shortstop will be caught for an out. Another hard-hit ball by the Buccaneer offense that has resulted in and out as Creamy makes a waist-high catch. No runs, a hit, and a man left on. As the fans stand and stretch, it's 3-1 Catawba Valley. We'll pause. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
Let me tell you about my college, Lackawanna College.
A 2-year, highly respected college that can prepare you for a career or to move on to a 4-year program.
5 regional locations, over 30 degree programs, and more.
I'm a future paramedic who found my future at Lackawanna College. Call or visit today and we'll help you find your future.
My future is in natural gas technology.
My future is in...
It's Northcutt's Memorial Day sale. Get great rebates, Memorial Day bonus cash, liquidation discounts, and 0% for up to 72 months. New 2012 Chevy Silverado 1500 extended cab, only $26,749. Or a 1500 Crew, just $24,897. 2012 Chevy Sonic, just $15,499. Get pre-approved online at northcuttauto.com or call toll-free to lock in your best deal. Northcutt Chevrolet Buick Enid, your shortcut to a great deal.
Bottom of the 7th inning at David Allen Memorial Ballpark, Catawba Valley hanging on to a 2-run lead over Lackawanna. Falcons back to bat. First pitch, a square to bunt, and Chris Moles pulls back and takes the ball low and away. Want to say hello to the Hunt family and Cameron Johnson's family in Kentucky, wishing him good luck. Fastball low and outside. As Randy Shepard staying on to pitch after getting the big final out of the 6th inning. The 2-0. There's a strike right down central. Today, Moles is 0 for 2, and he lines a base hit to center field. Well, he's 1 for 3 now. Shepard got behind in the count, had to come with something good, and Moles lines his first hit of the day into center field. That brings the tying run to the plate, and that may be all for Randy Shepard. Frank Pate quickly out of the dugout will take the baseball. So Catawba Valley's going to make a move. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Lackawanna has the tying run coming up when we come back. It's 3-1 Buccaneers. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
It's the annual Memorial Day blowout sale. Now's the time to buy at the Mattress Hub. The deals are crazy. Save up to $600 on Tempur-Pedic's most popular model, the Cloud Supreme, plus free delivery. Save up to $400 off on Serta's iComfort. On select mattresses, buy a bed, get a bed free. All this plus up to 4 years interest-free financing and a 1-year comfort guarantee. It's a Memorial Day sale you don't want to miss. Only at the Mattress Hub.
Follow the cheap sheet to the Mattress Hub.
The thrill of victory on the baseball field is a direct result of the hours of practice in the batting cage and the bullpen. Bottom line, it takes hard work when nobody's watching to join your team on the big stage as you compete for a World Series title. Advanced Pierre Food Company believes in supporting all Enid sports programs and local events, and they are proud to sponsor the NJCAA World Series. Advanced Pierre Food would like to wish the players, coaches, and fans good luck in the JUCO World Series. Let's play ball from Advanced Pierre Food Company.
Catawba Valley has gone back to the bullpen. They bring on their fourth pitcher of the afternoon, leading 3-1 over Lackawanna in the bottom of the seventh inning. It's Robert Whaley. We saw Whaley in Game 1 against Heartland on Saturday. In fact, he took the loss with 3 1/3 innings pitched, giving up a couple of hits, 1 run. He walked a man and struck out 2. With 1 runner on, the tying run is at the plate in the person of Mike Accardi. Nobody out. So Whaley delivers. Way outside. 88 on the radar gun. Whaley is a hard-throwing right-hander out of Hickory. He's a homegrown kid. 6 foot, 210, and a freshman. He checks the runner and pitches. And just missed off the outside corner, trying to work Accardi away. Mike Accardi is 0 for 2 with a walk. Bounced into a big 3-6-1 double play in the 5th inning with a couple of runners on. That was a key turning point in the game. Now the next. That missed high. 3-0. Well, Catawba Valley still has more bullpen help getting ready if they need to go back to it. They used 4 pitchers in 2 games, the previous 2 games, and now they've used 4 today. And there's ball 4. And the tying run is on. The go-ahead run, and the person of Levance Anderson will come to the plate. So Whaley walks a man, and that's been a problem for Catawba pitching. They've walked 8 hitters in the game. Lackawanna, though, hasn't taken advantage of it. Lackawanna stranded 2 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th, and 3 in the 6th. Left them loaded last inning. But now they've got their big boppers due up with nobody out. Anderson has a hit, has been hit, and he drew a walk. 1 for 1 with a run scored. Anderson shows bunt and takes a strike. Whether or not he was serious about that bunt, we'll certainly find out. Could move the runners up. That's what Lackawanna chose to do last inning, and they settled for 1. Matt Fry waits next. Whaley pauses and pitches. Anderson squares to bunt. Snap throw to first base, and he is out! He is out at first base. They got him. Accardi is picked off by the catcher, Cafaro. Catawba Valley set that play up as Huffman came racing in from behind, and they snapped behind Accardi and picked him off. There was no argument from Accardi. He knew he was out. That's a big out, number 1. So now Anderson will swing away, and he takes a strike on the outside corner, a ball and 2 strikes. That's a big, big turning point perhaps. Whaley ready. He checks on the runner on the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Anderson had started to take that pitch, then realized, uh-oh, I better swing, and came up empty with a very weak swing. So 2 are down. First strikeout for Whaley. And it brings in Matt Fry. Boy, that pickoff over at first certainly changes the complexion of the inning, and in a big way. Fry has a hit and 2 trips. He's also walked. The runner goes for third, and a hit and runs a high fly ball deep down the right field line, going to the corner and foul. Wiggs ran out of room as he made it to that area of railroad ties covered by padding right at the 300-foot mark, deep into the right field corner. Yesterday, that ball winds up, probably 50 feet shy of the wall. Today, with hardly any breeze blowing, it almost got out of here if it would have stayed fair. Only 300 feet to the right field corner. Fry trying to get a base hit, keep the inning continuing, and drive home a run. And he swings and misses. Late on an 88-mile-per-hour fastball. Whaley has him set up, 0-2. Well, after Robert Whaley walked Accardi, that pickoff helped things out. He struck out Anderson and now has Fry at 0-2. The check, the kick, the pitch, way outside. Catawba Valley 3, Lackawanna 1. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Whaley off the first base side of the rubber, comes set, and pitches. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Fry throws the bat away. 2 strikeouts by Whaley, and what started to be a promising inning for Lackawanna comes up fruitless. No runs, no hits, a man left on. After 7, Catawba Valley 3, Lackawanna 1. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series, presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
Knock it out of the park with a World Series education from Catawba Valley Community College in Hickory, North Carolina. Our student athletes are champions in the classroom and on the field, and you can join our winning team this fall. Apply now, online at cvcc.edu. Congratulations, Conference, Region, and District Champs, CVCC Buccaneers. CVCC, the best community college in America.
To book your Enid getaway, go to visitenid.org or call 877-999-ENID.
After 7 strong innings, Adam Davis's day is done. Lackawanna will go to the bullpen. They bring on a right-hander, Jordan Gottschall, a 6-foot, 180-pound sophomore from Birdsboro, Pennsylvania. Some of the numbers this year on Gottschall. He's working in his 9th game. He is 3-1 with a 3.45 ERA. 28 2/3 innings pitched, 15 runs, 11 earned, 23 hits, 34 strikeouts, and 13 walks. Adam Davis had a pretty decent day. He was able to battle for the most part, gave up 9 base hits, but he held Catawba Valley to just 3 runs. All 3 of those runs were earned. He struck out 7, walked 2, and gave up a hit by pitch. So now it's Gottschall to face the bottom third of the Buccaneer lineup. A.J. Rizzo will lead it off. Rizzo is 1 for 2 with the sacrifice bunt and takes the ball high. Starting to get late in this one. Catawba Valley hopes to add some runs to their lead for insurance. Lackawanna needs to keep it right here. Fastball low and outside. That one at 88. But 2-0 on Rizzo. Leatherwood and Plyler to follow. We still have wings to go players of the game to name. Have your summary after everything's over. There's a high and tight fastball. Rizzo leans out of the way. He's sitting well. 3 balls and no strikes. Leadoff man of the 8th inning. Gottschall has come on and thrown nothing but balls. There's a strike on the inside corner. A lot of hitting room to left center field. The 3-1. Strike 2. Rizzo was taken all the way. Center fielder Accardi playing into right center. And the 3-2 pitch. He walked him. Well, Gottschall fell behind 3-0. Came back to run it full, but winds up walking the leadoff man, A.J. Rizzo. Want to say a shout out to Meredith Avant. She's cheering for Catawba Valley. Says, go CVCC. You want to get in touch with us? Several ways to do that. Via our Twitter account, CTV Sports, at CTV Sports. Use the hashtag D2Series. That's D, the number 2, and series. Or go to our Facebook page, CTV Sports. Fastball low to Caleb Leatherwood, the left fielder. Leatherwood has hit the ball hard every at-bat. Only has one hit to show for it, but it was a big one. An RBI single in the 6th inning. That was the 3rd Catawba Valley run. The runner from first goes. The pitch, a strike, and not even a chance to get Rizzo. He was off and running, and Gottschall was slow to the plate. An easy steal by Rizzo. That could be a big insurance run if Catawba Valley could find a way to get him in. Now Leatherwood might be bunting with nobody out in a 1-1 count. Gottschall settles. Leatherwood not squaring, and he takes low. The ball kicks away from the catcher, and Rizzo will make third base. Jordan Gottschall with some issues control-wise threw that pitch low, and it hopped up on Josh White and popped up into the air where he didn't know where it was at, and Rizzo made third easily. A walk, a stolen base, and a wild pitch, and all of a sudden the Buccaneers have an insurance run at third with nobody out. A chance for Leatherwood to drive him home. The infield has come in. That's where they were at when Leatherwood delivered his RBI single in the 6th. The 2-1 offering. Swing and a miss. Good rip there. Radar gun said 94. My goodness. Carson Plyler waits next. Jordan Gottschall off the first base side. Kicks and delivers. Upstairs. A full count. Got to give this Catawba Valley lineup some credit. Doesn't matter if it's been top, middle, or bottom. They've had guys deliver all day in all tournament. Trying to knock out Lackawanna. The 3-2. Popped foul and had a play over the right side. Still one more game coming your way. Madison and Heartland. That'll be a good one. Two of the nicest head coaches that you'll ever meet. You know, you think about it, all the head coaches that get here, they're all happy because their team's in the World Series. Now the 3-2. He walked him. Another base runner for the Buccaneers. And Lackawanna's reliever, Jordan Gottschall, has come on, walked the first 2 men that he's faced. It's getting into crunch time. Lackawanna had a couple of men up, and they still have a reliever ready in the bullpen. And here comes the pitching coach. Time has been called, and out he goes to the mound. That may be all for Jordan Gottschall. The scheduled hitter is Carson Plyler, with first and third and nobody out. The entire infield has come out to get in on the conversation. We're in the top of the 8th inning, 3-1, Catawba Valley. If you're just joining us, and we're not around for our first game of the day, Western Oklahoma State came from behind. They were only down a run, but beat Scottsdale, Arizona 8-5. That offense is just so dynamite from Western. They beat Scottsdale to move into the winner's bracket, stay undefeated at 2-0. And Western will play DMAC, Des Moines Area Community College, tomorrow night at 7. Scottsdale fell to the loser's bracket. Well, they will face LSU Eunice tomorrow at noon. It's a good game. So here's Plyler. Gottschall's going to stay on. He delivers. And Plyler takes a strike in at the belt. Fraga waits next. Catawba Valley looking for insurance. The pause. The runner goes from first. Now he pulls back, and a line drive down the left field line is fair. It lands fair and goes toward the corner. It's cut off by Fry. In to score Rizzo. And Carson Plyler delivers an RBI single with Leatherwood stopping at second. It's 4-1 Buccaneers. Might have been a hit and run. Leatherwood started to run, but he stumbled, so he stopped. Didn't matter. Plyler lined that base hit to left field. An RBI for him. And it gets Fraga back to the top of the order. With still nobody out, he may be bunting. Fraga with a 2-hit day already. Gottschall's pitch. Fraga not squaring to bunt. He takes it upstairs. Lackawanna needs a double play in the worst way. 4-1, Catawba Valley now with 10 hits. Jordan Gottschall has not fooled anyone since coming on. He pitches way high and outside. The only error was committed by Lackawanna. That came in the 5th inning but didn't affect the play of the game. There is a base open. 2-0 count on Fraga. Here's the pitch. Ball 3 upstairs. Gottschall might be facing his last hitter if he cannot get Fraga. This elimination contest between two clubs that have never made the World Series. And on 3-0, Fraga takes ball 4. That will load the bases with nobody out. 3 walks in this inning by Gottschall. You sandwich that around. A base hit to left. And Rob Cafaro has a chance to bust this game wide open. It's already 4-1. Still no indication from the Lackawanna dugout that they will make a change. You got to win today to get to the next one, but you also have to think about the ultimate goal. Right now, Lackawanna feels like Gottschall is the best chance to make that happen. So Cafaro will bat as Gottschall out of the windup pitches. Way high and outside. He is struggling to find the strike zone. Time called. The catcher White will go out for a visit. Catawba Valley can be very patient, and now the move will be made. The head coach at Lackawanna, Chris Pinsack, will go out. He'll make the move, so we'll step aside. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Catawba Valley, bases loaded, no outs, and a 4-1 lead. We'll pause. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series, presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
Let me tell you about my college, Lackawanna College.
A 2-year, highly respected college that can prepare you for a career or to move on to a 4-year program.
5 regional locations, over 30-degree programs, and more.
I'm a future paramedic who found my future at Lackawanna College. Call or visit today and we'll help you find your future.
It's Northcutt's Memorial Day sale. Get great rebates, Memorial Day bonus cash, liquidation discounts, and 0% for up to 72 months. New 2012 Chevy Silverado 1500 extended cab, only $26,749. Or a 1500 Crew, just $24,897. 2012 Chevy Sonic, just $15,499. Get pre-approved online at northcuttauto.com or call toll-free to lock in your best deal. Northcutt Chevrolet Buick Enid, your shortcut to a great deal.
Lackawanna back to the bullpen. They bring on a left-hander, Chris Pollock. Pollock is from 40 Fort, Pennsylvania. He's a sophomore, 5'9", 170 pounds, and he enters this game in a very difficult scenario. Bases loaded, nobody out, and 1 run already in for Catawba Valley. They lead 3-1. Just got a tweet from Brittany. She's watching the D2 series and says she is so nervous for all of her Lack boys. Well, Brittany, you should be. It's a tough spot here for Lackawanna, as they're down by 3 runs in the top of the 8th inning. It's getting late, and Catawba Valley threatening to blow this game wide open. Still to come, Heartland and Madison in the winner's bracket. Talked about the way this bracket is set up, the 10-team bracket. There are places that you like to be and places you don't like to be. And about the only places you don't like to be is that bottom quadrant of 4 teams, where Scottsdale, Lackawanna, Western, and Grand Rapids were all at. That's where you have to play the most games if you continue to win. Now, if you lose, you're pretty much in the same boat as everyone else. But if you win, there's one spot where you don't want to be. So Pollock is on. Here is Cafaro, and a 1-0 counts. And Cafaro takes a strike, a sweeping fastball across the plate in at the knees. Cafaro was 0 for 4, just trying to extend this lead. The corners are in. The middle infield is deep for a potential double play. And Pollock, the lefty, pitches. A line drive up the middle, base hit past the diving second baseman. In is Leatherwood. They will hold Plyler at third as the throw comes all the way to the plate. And Cafaro delivers an RBI single to extend the lead to 5-1. That's the second run charged to Jordan Gottschall. As Gottschall did not get an out, he faced only 4 hitters, walking 3 of them and allowing a single. Over to third, Plyler, Fraga at second, Cafaro at first, and here is Brett Huffman. Big Brett Huffman, who already owns a grand slam in this Division II World Series. That was yesterday in the win over Rhode Island. Pollock pitches to him. A curveball in the dirt, blocked by Josh White, the catcher. Pollock this year making his 11th appearance. He is 3-1 with a 2.42 ERA. He has struck out 27 and walked 21, so his control is not the greatest in the world, at least according to the numbers. The 1-0 to Huffman. A swing, and he jammed him, but a fly ball goes to left, still hit pretty well. Fries back, and it's over his head. That's going to score 2. In is Plyler. In is Fraga. The throw goes to third, safe, and it gets away, but comes right back ricocheting to the catcher. A 2-run double for Brett Huffman, and yes, he was jammed on that pitch, but is so strong that he nearly muscled it out of here. And Huffman continues to deliver with the bases loaded as he drives in 2 more to extend the lead to 7-1. Boy, that ball certainly carried, and you could tell that he was jammed. That ball got in on his hands, it just didn't sound right, and still carried over Matt Fry's head. Now it's Zach Wiggs with nobody out in second and third for Catawba. They've busted open a 7-1 lead. And a ball gets away from the catcher, another run's going to score. Here comes Cafaro, he's in, standing up. And Huffman makes third. And it's starting to get away from Lackawanna. All set up by 3 walks and a single allowed by Gottschall. Then the hit by Cafaro, the 2-run double by Huffman. It's an 8-1 Catawba Valley lead. They've out-hit Lackawanna 12-3. Infield is in for Lackawanna. And Wiggs, who has 3 hits already today, in from the right side. The 1-0 pitch. Grounded foul, heads up Lackawanna coaching staff. Ball nearly went into that Falcon dugout. What a day for Zach Wiggs. He started things off with that 2-run double in the 5th inning, part of a 3-hit day thus far. The infield is in. They got to cut that runner off. And on 1-1, Wiggs checks his swing, takes a pitch in the dirt. Lackawanna wants an appeal, and no swing, says the base umpire. Madison College getting ready for the final game. They're out on the AstroTurf practice infield beyond the right field wall, stretching and running, getting ready. Now Pollock's 2-1. Swing and a miss. Wiggs had pulled his head. He was thinking hit number 4 and another RBI. Wiggs singled in the 2nd and the 7th. The 2-run double in the 5th. A lot of holes out there with the infield in, as Pollock needs a strikeout. The 2-2. Low and away. Just missed. Blake Myers waits next. Nobody out. Top of the 8th inning. 5 runs already across. Catawba Valley, much like they did late last night, busted the game open. A 3-2 pitch. A swing and a shot, well foul, but well gone. Ball was tattooed. When you're seeing it well, you're seeing it well, and Wiggs is right now. With 3 hits today, Wiggs has 6 for the tournament. Battling up against Pollock, another 3-2. Ground ball chopped toward third, and it will kick foul. That was not going to get the run home, but it also might have been an infield hit if it had stayed fair. It's a hot afternoon in downtown Enid. Day 3, a happy Memorial Day to you here at the Division II World Series. Mike Nelson, Tom Nelson, part of our NJCAA TV broadcast crew. Lewis Foster on the radio side, back in our Enid studios. And my name is Matt Howell. It's a 94-degree afternoon right now. Runner at third, no outs. The 3-2. Strike three called. He caught Wiggs looking on a beautiful breaking ball that came in the back door. First out of the inning. And it brings in Myers. Lackawanna just trying to cut this runner off and keep it a 7-run game. Stranger things have happened. Got to have a big rally, but you have to keep it as close as possible. Pollock pitches, and Myers takes a curveball in the dirt. Pollock is a big breaking ball pitcher. Soft toss and lefty, has the sweeping curve that comes from the outside part of the plate to a right-hander, back in over the plate. And the 1-0. High and outside. Myers is hitless in 3 at-bats. He's also walked and been stranded. 12 hits for the Buccaneers on 8 runs. And on 2-0, Myers takes it just outside. Barely missed. Klein waits next. He would be the 9th man to bat in this inning. It all started with a walk to A.J. Rizzo. Pollock trying to climb the ladder, pitches. Ball 4, well outside. That will at least set up a double play up the middle. But another walk allowed by Lackawanna pitching. Walks have been a big deal for both teams today. However, Lackawanna offensively has not been able to capitalize. The Catawba Valley pitching staff has walked 8 Lackawanna hitters, and yet the Falcons have just 1 run. Mostly because they've only been able to tack on 3 hits along with those runs. So here's Corey Klein, first and third, 1 away. And the pitch to him. A fastball low. Klein has drawn a walk. He has singled and scored a run, 1 for 3. Top of the 8th inning, Catawba Valley with 5 runs across. The pitch, a strike down the middle. Pretty decent crowd. Most of the folks are sitting in the shade. Not many spots, at least behind the dugouts and behind home plate where there's not shade. Sun beginning to go down. The 1-1. High and outside. 2 balls and a strike. The entire fair territory is in sunshine. The shade has encompassed the first base dugout and in foul ground outside of the home plate area. Now the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball chopped foul wide of third. So far, we've had to say goodbye to a couple of teams, the Community College of Rhode Island and Grand Rapids, Michigan. We will say goodbye to one of these teams here shortly. Catawba Valley leads at 8-1 over Lackawanna, Pennsylvania. And a 2-2 offering. Way outside, nearly got away from the catcher. Good play by White. He's done a good job back there of protecting some wild pitches. Well, it's 3-2 with 1 away. Myers may take off from first. We'll have to see. Pollock is set. He does not run. And there's ball 4 to load the bases. Boy, a rough inning for the Lackawanna pitching staff. They have walked 5 hitters in this inning alone, and another visit coming to the mound. And we'll have another reliever. So let's step aside. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Catawba Valley has 5 runs across. They're loaded up, 1 away, and they already lead 8-1. We'll pause. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
Hey, Monique, wait up.
Manny, good to see you.
Wow, great outfit.
I got it on Park Avenue.
Park Avenue? You're a classy lady, Monique. But can you afford to shop on Park Avenue?
You can if it's Park Avenue in Enid, Oklahoma. I got this outfit for only $5 at Park Avenue Thrift.
Park Avenue Thrift? What's that?
It's a thrift store in the 500 block of South Grand, right on Park Avenue. They have
just do a minute here, Lewis. I don't have time for a 90.
This one
I don't
at ridiculously low prices.
Is it exclusive? Can you get me in, Monique?
Of course, anyone can shop there. That's why they call it Enid's own community thrift store. And the best part is that 100% of the profit is given back to the community.
No, I'm eating ice
cream. Would you like to go with me? It's just up the street.
I'm no dummy. Let's go.
Another reliever on for Lackawanna, Joel Castillo, comes out of the bullpen. Castillo has pitched in the World Series. In fact, he threw just a third of an inning. Gave up a couple of hits, a couple of runs, walked a man, and hit a batter. Did not have much success in his first go-round. But Castillo will try to put this fire out. We're in the top of the 8th inning. It's 8-1, Catawba Valley, with 5 runs already across. Castillo, a sophomore from Milford, Pennsylvania. 6'1", 205. Record of 3-2 this season. This inning has just been littered with walks. Jordan Gottschall started the inning for Lackawanna. He walked the first 2 men that he faced. Then Carson Plyler had an RBI single. Then Gottschall walked Danny Fraga. That brought in Chris Pollock. He allowed a base hit, an RBI hit to Rob Cafaro. Brett Huffman delivered a 2 RBI double. There was a strikeout of Zach Wiggs, but then back-to-back walks to Blake Myers and Corey Klein. 5 walks in the inning, 5 runs across, 1 out, bases loaded, and the man that began it all, A.J. Rizzo, at the plate. Rizzo has a hit, a strikeout, a sac bunt, and a walk. He is 1 for 2. Trying to extend the 7-run lead. The pitch. Popped him up, but it's going to get out of play. Back over the backstop. Catawba Valley jumped in front with a couple of runs in the 5th. We got a single run in the 6th and 5 in this 8th inning, and not done yet. Lackawanna needs that double play. The 0-1. A strike right down central. 89 on the radar gun. Third baseman Reyes playing even with the bag. Same for Moles at first. The 0-2. Line drive to center field. Sinking in for a base hit. That'll score 1. The runner going from second to third. Myers will hold up, and it's now 9-1. Huffman comes home to score as Rizzo delivers an RBI single on an 0-2 pitch. Castillo made a mistake there. He was ahead 0-2 and just left the ball up over the plate, and Rizzo did not miss it, lining a base hit to center field. That brings in Caleb Leatherwood. They're still loaded up with 1 out. And Leatherwood takes it high and tight. Robert Whaley, who was on the mound and got through the 7th inning, got past a Lackawanna rally. Wonder if he'll be back out for the bottom of this inning. As a ball gets behind the batter, and it must have hit him. It did. It hit Leatherwood, just grazing the back of his jersey as Castillo threw one behind him all the way to the screen. So an RBI for Leatherwood, his 2nd of the day, and it drives in another one. It's 10-1. Things have just completely fallen apart for Lackawanna. Sometimes you get to this point and reality starts to set in. You hope they don't give up. You know they're not going to, but right now everything going Catawba Valley's way. Now here's Plyler. Castillo pitches and fires low and outside. In this inning, Plyler had an RBI single down the left field line. He's 1 for 3 overall. Catawba Valley has 13 hits. They've out-hit Lackawanna 13-3. Now the 1-0. A strike on the outside corner. Still to come, Madison and Heartland will be up next. I was talking with Dan Fitzgerald, the head coach at DMAC, yesterday, since them and Eunice did not play on Saturday, about the waiting game. First, the 1-1 pitch. Tapped foul at home plate. Coach Fitzgerald said, hey, I've been through this thing several times. All we do all year long is wait. Play a game, then wait around. Play a game, then wait around. So it's no big deal for them, but I guarantee you those players, they're antsy. They're ready to get back on the field. And for Heartland and Madison, they played the early games on Saturday. Heartland, the 9 a.m. game, Madison, the noon game, and they play the last game on the third day. So you just wait and you wait and you wait. More than 48 hours from the last time you stepped on the field. Here's the 1-2. A line drive to left field. Fry coming on, has to play it on a hop. He'll throw to third base, and they get the force play. Holding up at second base, Rizzo got a late break, didn't read the ball very well, and Fry throws a bullet to third, and you get the old 7-5 putout. So it's not a hit for Plyler, but it is an RBI and a fielder's choice. Seems a little bit odd, but that's how it goes. Klein comes in to score, and Rizzo is out, 7-5. Second out of the inning. And the score is now 11-1. Leatherwood at second, Plyler at first, and Fraga at the plate. He takes low and away. That run charged to Chris Pollock. He goes a third of an inning, giving up 4 runs, all earned on 2 hits. The 1-0, high and away. Adam Davis started the first 7 innings, giving up 3 runs on 9 hits, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, a hit by pitch. Jordan Gottschall did not record an out, faced 4 batters. They all scored, gave up a hit on 3 walks. Here's the 2-0 by Castillo. A strike over the outside corner. Pollock, a third of an inning, 4 runs, all earned on 2 hits, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Has not been a good inning by any means for Lackawanna. 8 runs across, though, for Catawba. The 2-1 pitch. A line drive base hit to center field. Accardi is up with it. They're going to try to score the runner from second. Here comes a throw to the plate. It's on the mark, and he is out. He got him. Nice tag by Josh White and a 1-hop throw by Accardi. Guns down Leatherwood trying to score. That will end the inning. But for Catawba Valley, they come up with 8 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and there were 2 men left on. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Lackawanna's got to get some offense. It's 11-1 Catawba Valley. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
Knock it out of the park with a World Series education from Catawba Valley Community College in Hickory, North Carolina. Our student athletes are champions in the classroom and on the field, and you can join our winning team this fall. Apply now, online at cvcc.edu. Congratulations, Conference, Region, and District Champs, CVCC Buccaneers. CVCC, the best community college in America.
It's the annual Memorial Day blowout sale. Now's the time to buy at the Mattress Hub. The deals are crazy. Save up to $600 on Tempur-Pedic's most popular model, the Cloud Supreme, plus free delivery. Save up to $400 off on Serta's iComfort. On select mattresses, buy a bed, get a bed free. All this plus up to 4 years interest-free financing and a 1-year comfort guarantee. It's a Memorial Day sale you don't want to miss. Only at the Mattress Hub.
Follow the cheap sheet to the Mattress Hub.
Catawba Valley has blown this game wide open. That 8-run 8th inning, matching the 8-run inning they put on the board yesterday against Rhode Island. And they're 3 outs away from victory. The 8-run rule would be in effect as Josh White leads it off and takes a ball low and inside from Robert Whaley. Whaley had to sit in that dugout for a long time. He got the final 2 outs of the last inning, and he misses low and away. 2 balls and no strikes on Josh White. It's White, Creamy, and Savakinas. There's a fastball low. Lackawanna has to score at least 3 to keep this game alive. After 7 innings, it's an 8-run rule. The 3-0 pitch. There's a strike over the outside corner. Lackawanna had an opportunity when the game was still close. It was 3-1. They had 2 on, no outs, and did not score. As a line drives a base hit to center field, just past the backside of the pitcher, Robert Whaley. The ball kicks away from Rizzo in center field. Runner going to try to advance. He slides and is safe. So a leadoff base hit for Josh White, then an error on the center fielder Rizzo as he kicked the ball out there in center field, and White is in scoring position. That'll bring in Creamy. Now Lackawanna's not going to go quietly. That's just their third hit of the game. Or fourth hit, pardon me. They picked up one on the seventh. Their fourth hit. As Creamy takes a strike. 89 on the radar gun. Whaley struck out a couple of men and walked one back in the seventh. Now the 0-1 pitch. A strike in there, thigh high. Robert Whaley, his second World Series appearance. The 0-2. High and outside, trying to get Creamy to chase. He would not. Third baseman Plyler is deep. The entire infield, in fact, is deep with this 10-run lead. And on 1 and 2, Creamy spoils it foul over the left side. We'll have Madison and Heartland coming up at the conclusion of this game, about 45 minutes after the final pitch. That's usually about how long it takes to get things started, so we're looking at a late start. Now the 1-2. Ground ball pulled to the right side to second. Nice high hop for Klein. He'll throw out Creamy for the first out, and Josh White moves over to third. So now it's Josh Savakinas. Savakinas has struck out, hit a sacrifice fly for an RBI, and walked 0 for 1. Got to give this Lackawanna Ball Club a lot of credit for what they've accomplished. They had been right on the cusp of getting to the World Series for several years. As the pitch to Savakinas swung on and missed. They had won their region tournament a few times, but never been able to win that district tournament. They finally got here to Enid this year. So far 1-1, but down to their final 2 outs of the season. As Whaley delivers. A strike right there at the knees. Infield, outfield, all deep and straight away. Whaley's 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Now Lackawanna down to their final out. 3 punch outs for Whaley. Much better outing today than he had against Heartland a couple of days ago. Final hope is Carson Baker. And Baker takes it up and in. Baker pinch hit in the 6th inning and drew a walk. Lackawanna had a chance in that 6th inning. They got 1 run across but left the bases loaded and failed to cut the lead even closer as Baker fouls it back. At that time it was 3-0 Catawba Valley. Then the 1 run came across and made it 3-1, but with those 3 men still left out there, that was a big momentum shift in the game. 11-1 Catawba Valley as Baker, a right-handed hitter. The 1-1 pitch. That's high for ball 2. After the conclusion of this one, we'll wrap things up, have your wings to go players of the game, and get you ready for Heartland and Madison. Winners bracket contest. Whaley ready. The 2-1 pitch to Baker. A strike on the inside corner. Baker had scooted the hips back like it was inside. The home plate umpire threw the right hand into the air. Lackawanna down to its final strike as Whaley comes set. Checks, kicks, pitches. Pop foul, back up and over. Had some outstanding crowd support for every game in this World Series so far. It's been amazing. Should have a pretty big crowd, you would think, tonight. A couple of teams that are easy to like, the way they play. Let's do it again on 2-2. Here it is. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and Catawba Valley advances. They eliminate Lackawanna 11-1 in an 8-inning run rule. In that final inning, no runs, a hit, and a man left on. Your final score, Catawba Valley 11, Lackawanna 1. Postgame is next, as this is the NJCAA Division II World Series, presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
The thrill of victory on the baseball field is a direct result of the hours of practice in the batting cage and the bullpen. Bottom line, it takes hard work when nobody's watching to join your team on the big stage as you compete for a World Series title. Advanced Pierre Food Company believes in supporting all Enid sports programs and local events, and they are proud to sponsor the NJCAA World Series. Advanced Pierre Food would like to wish the players, coaches, and fans good luck in the JUCO World Series. Let's play ball from Advanced Pierre Food Company.
An impressive offensive display, especially late, from Catawba Valley as they knock out Lackawanna, Pennsylvania 11-1 in an 8-inning run rule. We had a pitcher's duel for the first 4.5 innings of this game. We got to the 5th, and that's when Catawba Valley jumped on top. After one was out, Danny Fraga singled. After a flyout, Brett Huffman singled, and then Zach Wiggs hit a 2 RBI double to the gap in left center field, making it 2-0 Catawba Valley. They would add a single run to their lead in the 6th inning. It was a 1-out RBI hit by Caleb Leatherwood that made it 3-0. Lackawanna got on the board in the 6th inning. Leadoff walk to LaVance Anderson. Matt Fry walked, and after a sacrifice bunt, Tom Creamy walked to load the bases. Josh Savakinis hit a sacrifice fly to drive home a run, and it was 3-1. But Lackawanna left the bases loaded with a chance to cut into that lead even more, or maybe even tie or take the lead. But then Catawba Valley, in the top of the 8th inning, they blew the game wide open, sending 13 men to the plate, 8 runs, 5 hits. There were 5 walks and a hit batter in the inning, and they just took control. Some of the big hits: an RBI hit by Cafaro, a 2-run double by Brett Huffman, an RBI single by A.J. Rizzo, a hit by pitch that drove in a run by Leatherwood. Carson Plyler had an RBI base hit, RBI fielder's choice. 8 runs all told, and Catawba Valley wins it 11-1. For Catawba Valley, 11 runs, 14 hits, no errors, 11 men left on base. For Lackawanna, 1 run, just 4 hits, 1 error, and they had some chances with 10 men left on the base paths. The winning pitcher was the starter for Catawba Valley, Corey Parks. 5 innings, no runs, 2 hits, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 2 hit by pitches. Stephen Blythe pitched a third of an inning, allowing a run on 3 walks. Randy Shepard, 2/3 of an inning, no runs, 1 hit. And Robert Whaley, an inning and 2/3, no runs, 1 hit, 4 strikeouts, and a walk. The loss goes to the starter, Adam Davis, for Lackawanna. 7 innings, 3 runs, 9 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Jordan Gottschall gave up 4 runs. Chris Pollock 4 runs, and Jordan Castillo pitched 2/3 of an inning, giving up no runs on 2 hits. With the win, Catawba Valley is now 38-16. They advance on. Will play tomorrow at 3:30 against the loser of our next game between Heartland and Madison. With the loss, Lackawanna ends its year at 47-12, and what a year for the Falcons. They go 1-2 at the World Series, but they finally got here for the first time and now have some experience to build their program on. Your final score, Catawba Valley 11, Lackawanna 1. We'll name your Wings to Go players of the game when we return, as this is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods. We're back at David Allen Memorial Ballpark, wrapping up our coverage of our contest. Catawba Valley knocks out Lackawanna 11-1. Time now to name your Wings to Go players of the game. Wings to Go at the corner of Cleveland and Garriott in Enid. They are, of course, simply great wings, but they've also have a great menu full of burgers, salads, wraps, and a whole lot more. Stop by and see Brian and the crew at Wings to Go, don't you know? Sponsor of our players of the game. First off for Lackawanna, Josh Savakinas. Young man that drove in the only run today for the Falcons, was on base a couple of times and had that RBI. And for Catawba Valley, the man that got everything kick-started, Zach Wiggs, with a 3-hit day, but he broke that scoreless tie with a 2-run double to the left center field alley. So congratulations to Josh Savakinas and Zach Wiggs for our Wings to Go players of the game. Earlier today, Western Oklahoma State beat Scottsdale, Arizona 8-5. Western stays 2-0 in the tournament. They will play Des Moines, Iowa tomorrow night at 7 in the winner's bracket. Scottsdale, with that loss, has to fall to the backside. They'll take on LSU Eunice tomorrow at noon. Catawba Valley advances. They'll play at 3:30 tomorrow against the loser of our next game between Heartland and Madison. Scheduled first pitch was 7 o'clock. I'm guessing more around 7:15 for our pregame and maybe even 7:20, 7:25 for the first pitch. Just be sure to stay with us here on KCRC Local Radio or NJCAA TV. Big thank you to Lewis Foster back in our Enid studios, our radio help, and for KCRC Radio. My thanks to Mike Nelson, Tom Nelson for our help on NJCAA TV, and for everyone who helped make our broadcast possible. This is Matt Howell repeating your final score for the final time. Catawba Valley, North Carolina advances on as they eliminate Lackawanna 11-1. So long from David Allen Memorial Ballpark, as you've been listening to the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.